I thank you for today. I thank you for this wonderful time that we're going to have. It's been a while catching up with my people, and we're just going to have an amazing moment because the fight is not over. We thank you. We give you all praise and honor. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Yo, guys, welcome everybody. You guys let me know where you're watching from right now in the comment section. It's going to be amazing. But I thought I should come here at least for, a couple minutes to connect with you guys and to share with you guys some stuff. I know most of you all have seen us. We have been quiet for some time. When it comes to live stream, because our time has always been 9 p.m. doing live stream, but we have been quiet for some time, and that's because of everything that is going on, right? And everybody who is working behind the scene and everyone who is working here on the screen as well. There's a lot of things that have been happening, and so we haven't been able to do it for this couple of days. Me personally, you all know that I'm on the move. I'm on the run, right? I've been moving here and there with the car and all the stuff. So sometimes, even here where I'm staying right now, I didn't have a good connection before, and yes. But all in all, guys, I know you have been enjoying the vlogs and the videos that we have been sharing with you guys. I've been reading your comments. I've been reading your messages. Honestly, I have so many videos on my phone right now, like so many, and I pretty much spend all the time editing them. That's why you see them like coming back and forth all the time. But I want to appreciate for that, for the support that you guys are showing on the videos that we release and all the stuff. I want to appreciate you guys, and I want to appreciate those who are subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. If you are not a member and you want to become a member to support, because all these things that we are doing right now, man, let me just say this. I want to appreciate, the supporters that we have. And in this case right now, I want to appreciate, RSTV, and I want to appreciate as well the highly results. Highly results. I want to appreciate them because, they reached out to me. When I got here, when they realized that I was here, they reached out to me, and they were asking me if I'm going through these different locations that they have the results. They will be glad to host me, right? And so I want to appreciate for to Highly Resort. Right now, I'm in one of the rooms. The service has been amazing. The love has been amazing. So I want to appreciate them. And you guys, whenever you travel areas here in Ethiopia, whether you go to Hawassa or Abiminchan or you go anywhere, please go there, visit Highly Resort and tell them that I'm coming from Swahili Nation. All right. Let's tell them I'm Swahili Nation, family member, yeah, you come and I do that. They have an amazing service. And I think, if you say that, you might receive also, special service, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's been amazing. It's been good. And I just want to thank, them, because pretty much they are sponsoring what we are doing, right now. Give me a place to sleep like this, to enjoy good drinks. Yeah, so it's good. It's good to have rest here where I am. Anyways, guys, so I want to share with you a little bit about the videos that I've been releasing, the vlogs that I've been releasing, and there's so many more to come. I want to explain a little bit about that, just in case if you're lost. I want to share with you guys a little bit the background of the videos that I'm releasing. One Africa, our mission, as you all guys know, let me just remind you guys the mission a little bit, just in case if you're new to this family and you don't know. Well, this is our mission. Our mission is to defend the image and heritage of Africa, to decolonize the mind through authentic knowledge and create a bridge for oneness and a peaceful Africa. This is our mission. It's our mission, within the continent, plus one country, African country that is, it's diaspora, right? I always say that Africa is one big family with 55 different kids or 55 children, right? All of these 55 children, they don't have similar behavior. They are quite different. They're coming from different backgrounds. They're coming from different nationalities. They're coming from different tribes. They're coming from different environment, right? But it's one family with all these different kids, 55. And what we are trying to do in One Africa is bringing together all these kids, right? There's a lot of kids that have been lost. There's a lot of kids that they're kind of like prodigal son and prodigal daughters, right? They're far away from Africa, or they're far away from the culture. They're far away from the belief that we have in One Africa. They're far away from, this mentality that we believe that our desire is to be decolonized, to be, to have the mindset that tells us that, you know what, Africa, we have power, we have ability. Forget about, the colonization, what happened in the past. Forget about those who want to take advantage of, you know what, grab opportunity, take advantage of that. And, we are able to do more than where we are right now. Reminding our leaders in our countries, right? Leadership, reminding our people that, it's a time, to work hard. It's a time to invest in the continent. It's a time to create new opportunities. If you're diaspora, you're living outside, it's a time to come back. If you cannot come back, then come and invest, in our continent. Give people employment, give people jobs, right? These are kind of things that we believe in. These are kind of things that we always come here to talk, with you guys and with everybody. This is our mission. This is what we stand for. So the videos and the vlogs that you guys see me releasing day after day, and there's so many more to come. It's meant to, show the world or show Africa what we don't see. I'm really impressed because, I've been receiving a lot of messages from, Ethiopian people where I am right now. Most of them, they haven't been in these places that right now I'm visiting, right? And they haven't seen these kind of cultures. Some of them they didn't even know. For example, the picture I shared just recently, and the video will be coming, very soon in a couple of days later. A lot of people, they didn't know. Like a lot of people, I was really surprised that a lot of people, they didn't know about this. And let me put it here. Let me change my my profile here. Let me change the profile of this video, and let me write this. My tribe is One Africa. Look, this is good. This is a warrior picture right here, guys. A warrior picture. Yeah. So all these videos that we are trying to release and trying to show is to remind, everybody of our roots, to remind people of who we are and what we do have here in Africa, right? Some of you, maybe you know this, some of you don't know, but it's meant to connect people. It's building that stage of oneness. It's building that bridge of oneness between this one, random guy from, one country in Africa and another country in Africa where I am right now, to show that, you know what, you can go somewhere and you can be accepted from who you are, and you can experience the culture of that place, and you can actually change the narratives and the ideas that even Africans we have about Africa as well, right? I'm just going to change this thumbnail here, because when I say the fight is not over, I got to change to the warrior picture, right? So it's me, it's us, playing a role of, reminding. Yes, there's fun moments. You guys will be able to see, there's a lot of fun moments are coming. But the main goal is the mission that you see here on the screen. The mission that you see here on the screen, right? This is what we stand for, and this is what we are fighting for. And also want to elaborate the title of today, what I shared here a little bit. And let me remind you guys, today we are coming back for the live stream. So please come, I believe at 9 p.m. Come back. We'll be having an amazing discussion today. So please come and visit that as well. I'm here to remind you guys that. So yes, so when you look at the title of this live stream, the fight is not over. I'll tell you why I put this title. Okay, I was battling a lot, like how should I name this live stream, and this is what came to my mind. And the reason why, it's because yesterday I was standing here nearby the the resort, and there's a nice view here, like nice view. There's a kind of like really huge forest, and then in front of that, you can see there's a lake. So I was sitting there, and I was watching this one video. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's one video talking about. Let me show you here. Okay. I'm not gonna play this because it's not my video, but I just want to show you guys. There's a lot of viewers actually in a couple days. This video, this first one, is say world's poorest country, Burundi. I can't forget the things I saw, and it was just uploaded 9 days ago, and until today it has 3.1 million viewers, guys. 9 days ago, and I think it's the highest video in his channel. 9 million viewers. I haven't even finished yet, but I watched a little bit and I got very sad. I got very first of all, when I saw this video, when I just saw the title, I was very skeptical. I was like, why do you have to write this, the world's poorest country, Burundi? Why you have to write like that? But then I realized that you cannot really stop people how they title videos. But then when I watched the contents, I didn't even think about the title. I didn't even think about the title, World's Poorest Country, Burundi. Before I watched it, I saw the title and I was like, I was really mad. You know what I'm saying? The Spirit of Africa, I was really mad. That, come on, man. Like, we have a lot of, I was looking at the numbers. I was like, man, we have a lot of YouTubers out there who are, non-African. They make content like this all the time and they get a lot of attention. And I was like, I was really disappointed when I saw the title, and I even wanted to comment or to reach out to the guy. But then I was like, okay, let me check this video. So I go ahead and I watched the video, right? I watched the video. I didn't even finish the video, as I'm saying. I watched the video, and man, let me tell you how long I watched this. Yeah, you can see actually there. It shows. You see this red line? This is how much I watched. I didn't even watch half. I watched it, man, and I was just crying. I watched this video and I just started to cry, guys. I couldn't hold myself. And I was standing somewhere here nearby, the forest and the river, and I couldn't hold myself. I just broke down, right? So, we had some guys, from Ars TV that are coming. They're like, Mika, are you okay? Are you fine? But I was just crying, right? Weeping. And this is the reason why I cried. You guys, you can watch this video. You can check it out. And you guys can tell me your experience as well. But I cried because not just because of getting emotional, but because of the situation in Burundi, right? It's because of the situation in Burundi, and it's because of how people are living. I had to ask myself twice and so many times that, man, this is the word that, a lot of time we say that I wish I can do this, I wish I can do this. But I know we don't even have supporters from Burundi. Maybe we do have, but I haven't seen anyone from Burundi. But the first thing, because a lot of time, like, people have been asking that, Mika, so what is the next country? Where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do? What is the second mission? What is that? I watched this video yesterday, and as I said, I cried. But more than that, I found myself, praying, because I was thinking that, man, what can I do? If you go ahead and watch this video, you realize that, okay, there's a lot of people, but most of people that are in this video, and I saw even the comment of one of the Burundian person, he's there, and I reached out to him. Hopefully, he will see my message because I want to have conversation with him. A lot of people in this video per month, guys. In a month, there are people, and this is not just Burundi, but it's one case. Right? Per month, they're earning like $10, $5 per month, guys. That's the income per month. $5, $10, right? Even less than that. I was watching this video, and not one person, but a lot of people, And the situation of poverty in Burundi is severe. And I know there's so many countries here in Africa, they have the same thing. But I want us to think about the country that maybe you never thought of, and Burundi. Because even here, we've never spoken about Burundi. And that's why I wrote this title as "The Fight Is Not Over." Because after seeing this video, I haven't even finished because I need like strength to finish. But I found myself getting emotional and all those stuff, and I don't like when I get emotion. But I felt a need for us to go there. I felt that a need for us to go there. You guys can find more information about Burundi. You can watch that video. I can share the link there. And I'm trying to bring some people. If you guys, you know, anybody from Burundi, you know, we want to have them here to talk, to discuss about this. So you can connect us with them because we really want to get the situation there. But the situation is awful, right? And this is just one example. And when I say that the fight is not over, man, I know some of you are criticizing us for, you know, just talking and talking and talking. But when I was thinking about what can we actually do to change the situation, and honestly, I was running out of options. The only thing that I knew, I was like, you know what, I just need to go there to be on the ground and maybe to do something. I don't know what I can do, but I just need to go there and to do something, right? Later. I'm talking about later. I'm not talking about now. And another question that I got for myself, this is what I was asking myself. What is the leadership doing in Burundi? What are they doing? Because when you look at the situation and look at the people, when you look at the life they're living, when you look at, man, the kids, you're looking at it, man, and I felt guilty. I felt guilty even being here in Highland Resort, to be honest. You see someone earning like $5 a month, $5 a month, and this guy, he has like 5 kids and wife. And all of them, they're sleeping down on the mat. 5 or 6 of them, they're sleeping on the same mat. This guy, he earned $5 a month, the daddy of the house. How are these people going to survive? That's why you come to Africa, you see there's a huge rate of people dying, children dying because of malnutrition. People are dying, children dying because of lack of food, shortage of food. And I'm watching this video, I'm like, man, I'm feeling guilty. I don't even know, man, why, I don't even know why God called me, to stand for Africa. I don't know. I don't know why God has given me this burden for Africa, because there's so many issues, man, in Africa. And one of the biggest struggle that we are struggling with is poverty. And man, this poverty is something that it needs the urgent solution, not only in Burundi, but so many countries in Africa, man. In Tanzania, in Ethiopia, in Somalia, in all these countries, you can mention all the countries in Africa, man. This is something that is good, and especially in countryside. Even when you come in the town, in the cities like this, you find people, you find homeless, you'll find people that they don't have anything. They don't have a thing, man. They don't have a thing. Yes, we cannot, man, like, you know what? I just need your suggestions, guys. I really need your suggestion, because for me, a lot of people have been asking for a long time that, oh, so what? Where are you gonna go after this? Where are we gonna go after this, man? I think yesterday I got the answer, and of course I know I mean, what can we do? That's why the title of this message, it says, "The fight is not over," because yes, we are fighting for a united Africa. We're fighting for one Africa, which is, this is why I am here. This is why we have this platform. But I really need your suggestions, guys. I really need your voice. I really need your brains, guys. How can we change this situation? I was really pissed off yesterday when I was watching this video with the leadership, because I was like, what is the government of Burundi doing? What are they doing? What are they doing to make sure that this life is changing? What are they doing to make sure that this poverty, because it's a rich country, man. We can mention any African country, man, they are rich. But what are they doing to change the lives of these people? What are they doing? What are they doing? And what can we do? Because I don't like blaming game, but what can we do? Us as one Africa, what can we do? Because I'm telling you, man, like yesterday I was standing there, I was like, I want to go to Burundi. I want to go to Burundi, man. You're seeing these little kids, man. They got nothing. They got nothing. They got nothing. They got nothing. There's no money. There's no food. People are dying. There's nothing. And I'm standing there thinking, and I'm running out, like I can't think of anything. One thing is I'm like, okay, you know what I feel like I just want to go there. And this is the reason why I want to go there. I'm like, we want to go there because I want to experience that. I want to see that. I want to see what I can do, because sometimes, you know, when you're outside, you don't really know. For example, right now I'm here in Ethiopia. I do a lot of stuff, right? Some of them you guys can see on vlogs, but there's a lot of things going on behind the scene we're not putting here on the camera. But because right now I'm here, I see what I can do. I see why I am here, right? One of our mission, we say that we want to be the voice to the voiceless, right? The voice of Africa, voice to the voiceless. So I am here, I meet people, I see things that are happening, right? I'm studying, I'm learning, I'm quiet. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to explore, I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow. I see, and then I also see how I can be a voice to these people. I see how I can be a voice for these young, talented people. How can I be the voice? How can we be the voice to things that, to the negative narratives that we can change, right? And I'm watching this video and I'm thinking, what can we do? I'll tell you honest, guys. I really need your brain, man. I really need your brain. What can we do? Burundi. I'm talking about Burundi. It's a country in Africa we never talked about. Somebody today even asked me, where is Burundi? And he's African. Don't even know where is Burundi. Man, this is one Africa, man. And when we're talking about one Africa, we're talking about every single country in Africa. We're talking about Africans. And the reason why this video is getting so much attention, it has 3.1 million in 9 days. Here, you see even 4 children for sale. This is a crazy, crazy thing you'd ever seen. When you watch this video, man, you're gonna understand what I'm saying. Some of you're not gonna be able to finish. You can see here, I didn't even go half. You're not gonna be able to finish because you're gonna be very emotional. You're gonna cry and you're not gonna want to watch this because you're gonna realize that I have been ungrateful. I haven't been grateful for what I have. I have been maybe overspending the little money that I have. And there are people out there, they're earning $5 a month. A month, guys. A month. Yes, I know we cannot change everything, but we can change something. We can do something. We can do something. And this is what we are doing here in One Africa. We are building a system. We are building a system. And I'm here, guys, for a launch. We're building a system that will support, that will help, that will decolonize, that will lift up, that will be the voice to the voiceless. You guys, after I watch this video, you'll understand what I'm saying. Let me share this link to you guys in the comment section. So that in your own time, you can go ahead and watch. And for me, I'm going to need to have some time to watch this again. But man, these stories, man. So I really want to get you a suggestion, guys. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section. Yes, I want to drop the link in the comment section because I really want your ideas, man. I haven't even spoken enough about this video, but go whenever you have a chance, watch it. But the reason why I'm sharing even this video, because one guy from Rwanda, he actually confirmed, from Burundi, he confirmed it. He said, man, this is absolutely true. And what you're showing is not even truth. I mean, it's not even 100% of what is going on in Burundi, man. People, like in a day, man, they cannot even get $1. And this is not just one person. How much money do you pay for your house? How much money do you pay for the food? How much money do I pay for the food, man? The fight is not over. When our brothers and sisters around the continent are dying, from what you see, you have to know that our fight is not over. Even in your country, man. Even in your country. Look around your country. Look around and see how many people. And we want solutions, guys. I really want solution. How can we support? How can we help Burundi to get away from where they were? How can we do that? And I know these are big things. Like, man, we are no government. We are not, but man, we are people. We are human. We are African. We can help. We can support. I don't know how, but we can help. We can support. Some of you guys here have an idea as how we can support. I'm going to drop the link in the comment section, and I want to know your suggestion. I'm sharing with you guys in Burundi because I'm going to go to Burundi. I'm going to go to Burundi. I have a mission here to finish in Ethiopia. I have 2 more weeks. And this is what I wanted. I didn't want to talk about anything else. I didn't want to talk about any other country while I'm here. Because I'm here for a mission. For those, you know, for a month. I have 2 more weeks to go. I'm here for that. And you guys have been seeing the videos. I've been seeing everything. But I just couldn't. I couldn't. I knew that we need to talk about this. Because most of you have no idea. Even you might not even know where is Burundi or what's going on there. So I want suggestions. I want us to get solution. I want us to start planning. I want us to start talking about it. And here's the funny part. When we were talking about, you know, which country to go next, you know, my thoughts and how I was always talking, I was like, you know what, we have to think about the country that we have a lot of supporters. We started with Ethiopia to open, but we can go to another country that we have a lot of supporters to see. So my thought it was to think about Kenya, thinking about South Africa, thinking about, you know, that was my thought. That's what I was thinking. But man, I knew yesterday, and sometimes when people were asking me, I tell them that, man, I don't really know, but it depends. You know, God will lead us, we'll know. I had this conversation with the brain, Ezra, you know, 1 week ago, and he was like, man, we need to start thinking about, you know, the next country and all those stuff. So what are you thinking? And I was like, man, I don't really know, but I know when the time comes, we'll come to know. And yesterday, I just knew that that country is Burundi. And imagine, I haven't seen anyone from Burundi in Swahili Nation. Maybe they have no even idea what is Swahili Nation in Burundi, pretty much, because we don't have anybody from Burundi here, but we're going to go there. And there's something, and I need your suggestion, guys. I dropped the link in the comment section. We need solutions. You have any solutions? Bring on the table. We're going to start writing down. We're going to start planning for that, and we're going to go there. Whatever solution you have, and if you still do not understand what I'm trying to say, go through that video and watch. That's just a little bit. And I'm trying to find somebody from Burundi. We'll have them here, and they'll come to share with us. And Rich, hopefully you can come with me to Burundi. Because wherever we go, you have to come as well, all right? We're going to talk about triangle. How can we solve our issues? How can we solve all these issues that we have? Wherever we go, Rich, you better prepare yourself, man. When we have this trip, we got to go together. So I need your solution. Anything that you have. And I know I'm taking Burundi as a case study here, but there's so many countries in Africa. But I want us to talk about this particular small place that maybe you have no even idea that exists. Someone is saying, I saw it the other day. It was so heartbreaking. Yes? And man, I don't know if this video has a copyright because I would have shown you, but I don't have permission to show it. Yes. Mariette, then he said, yes, it's so true, Mika, that when you are face to face with the people that you feel, what can we do? You are doing it, sharing it and spread it. Don't be discouraged. Take it one by one. I appreciate. I'll never be discouraged. Appreciate for your thoughts. If food is the problem, then why are the youth not going back to countryside to start producing crops, vegetables, can gauge poverty in terms of dollar? That doesn't describe essence of the challenge. All right. The 54 sitting ducks are our problems. I don't know what you mean by that. If you want one Africa, everyone needs to abandon their tribes' names. Not necessary to abandon your tribe names. You just need to understand that our tribe is Africa. Our tribe is one Africa. Whatever tribe you're coming from, it's Africa. We just need to think big in that extent and return to farming, leave leaders alone, and work among youth groups. We need to increase farming productivity, promote intertrade, work on education system, etc. Then we can be able to bring peace to economical liberation. Start small scale first. That's a good suggestion, Bellyborn. That's the thing, you know, a lot of youth that we have these days, they're running away from the countryside because they don't want to farm. They don't want to engage in farming, right? They don't want. Most of them, they're running into town. I see that issue here in, you know, in Addis Ababa as well, in Ethiopia. I see a lot, you know, when you walk around the street, you see a lot of people who are asking for money, but you look at them and then you're like, man, you're a youth. You can actually do something. You can go to farm, you can go to work, you can go to the countryside and do something, provide for yourself. But most of them, they just want to be in the town. And that's not just here, but it's everywhere. If you go to Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, you will see that. If you go to Kenya, you will see that, right? You see that people, they're willing to steal on the street rather than go and to work for themselves to produce something. It's something that it's a huge issue that we need to address, and we need to find a solution. How can we change this? How can we? Solutions, guys, solutions. Africa has the most fertile land on the planet. There should be no excuses of hunger. Ryan, I agree with you 100%, man. I agree with you. It's a shame. Some people are commenting in that video. They're saying, man, they're saying in this 2022, there should not be any country that people are dying because of shortage of food. And these are people, like, I think most of them, you know, they're not even Africans who are commenting there. But I saw a lot of comments, and that's why I'm saying the fight is not over. And this is the reason why, guys. I want to say this, guys. I'm telling this to myself as I'm telling you guys this. Don't give up on your country. Please don't give up on Africa. Don't give up. Don't give up. Things are not promising. Things seems to be hard. The fight that we're fighting right now for One Africa seems to be almost impossible. But don't give up for that. Don't give up on Africa. Don't give up, because when you give up on Africa, when you give up on your country, you're allowing, like, you let one kid die. You let one person die. You let another person die. When you give up, when you let your gas down, when you give up fighting for Africa, when you give up doing that, let's do act of kindness to one another, to our brothers and sisters in Africa. Yes, we should. Nobody should. Africa, man. No one should ever die because of hunger. No one should ever die because of hunger, man. It's something that cannot happen. We cannot let it happen. We cannot let anyone die because of hunger. We cannot let anyone die because of shortage of food. We cannot let that. We have a part, we have a role to play. The very first thing we need to do is fight these corrupt leaders who serve their interests and the interests of Western powers. I agree with you. I agree with you. But I want us to think about something that we can do, One Africa. We can do. The solution that we can do in a situation like this. What can we do? And I'm saying this, guys, I'm telling you this, guys, because this is what I want to tell you, guys. When One Africa, we are moving, we are leaving, we are going to Burundi, guys, it's not just me. I want to invite everybody out there. I want to invite all of you guys. Imagine if all of us would go somewhere. Imagine if not only one person, imagine if 5, 10, 20 people, all of us we make our way to go to Burundi. Do you know how many things we can do while we are there? Man, I'm telling you this, we can visit universities to talk to students. All right? We can go to universities to talk to students. We can go to schools, to high schools to talk to students. We can go to different places, man. Because I'm telling you, we are launching the move here. And I'm telling you, when we go to Burundi, we talk to those people. We talk to the embassies there. We talk to everything there. We talk to the government in that particular place. We tell them why we are in this country, why we are going. We're going to bring authentic knowledge to our people. We're going to empower youth. We're going to empower our people. This is one of the things, one of the programs we can do when we visit countries. So I don't need to go there alone. You guys, you're part of One Africa. Man, we go together. Wherever you are, you say, you know what? I want to go to Burundi as well. I want to go to see my people. I'm telling you, man, when you go to that country, we learn the culture of that place. We meet people. We do a lot of work, volunteer activities. We do in that country. We do whatever it is we do. If you go to hospital, we go there. We see patients. We do. We go to schools. We go to bring some knowledge. We go to talk to some kids. We go to talk to these people. This is one thing we can do. Someone is talking about education. You know what? We can do it. We can do it. We can definitely do it. And so we worked on, Rich. He is in our Department of Media and IT, and we shared with you guys. The form to register. Right, we share with you guys the form to register before, and I want to share with you guys here in the comment section right now. Oh, right, no, Rich, you can share in the comment section. We've prepared this database that all of you guys that are in One Africa can register, because we want to have a database of all of you guys, the countries you're from, where you are living right now, your birth date, what do you do? We want to have the database, because when we visit all these different countries, guys, we will contact you. If you are living in Burundi, we'll reach out to you that, hey, we are coming to Burundi. I know you guys will be pretty much our host, because you know the country, you're there, or you belong to that country. So reached out to you for us to connect with you and to make sure that everything is going smoothly, right? And when we visit these countries, guys, it's not just visiting, man. Some of you, I've seen some people talking about me, being here and having vacation. Man, I'm not having vacation, man. Sleeping 4 hours a day. You can see I'm lacking my energy. I'm very exhausted. Today, I was supposed to go somewhere else, but I told the team, no, I cannot do it. Because I haven't rest every time. I told them, no, I can't do it. I refused. I said, no, I cannot do it today. I need to rest. So today, I basically just stay here. I went to sauna, man. They have sauna. I went to just to refresh, because I'm exhausted. I'm tired. My mind is tired and everything, for everything that has been happening. Oh, Rich, you shared it? Oh, Rich, I cannot see it. Let me see. The link is not there, Rich. Or maybe, YouTube is taking it away. So this link, guys, I'm gonna try to share as well. This link, and you guys will find out Rich sharing in the main group One Africa. Please register, because when you go to these places, guys, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not gonna be the only one that I'm going, because One Africa is you guys. I might be here representing it, but you guys, you represent One Africa as well. So when we are planning for the next trip and the next country, we'll be telling you guys beforehand, like long way before, so that you can prepare yourself, and if you can make your way as well to come, whatever you are, we are going there. We're going there. We're building system. We can send, we have people. If we have people, let's say in Burundi, that's why we need this database, because those people who are living, let's say in Burundi, we start connecting with them that please go and talk to different universities. We need some space to come talk to our people. Please go to the hospitals, take some permission so that we can go. Please go to the government, tell them who we are, and so that we may go. We are doing A, B, C, D. We are here to support A, B, C, D, right? And so for that, when the time comes for us to visit that country, everything is set up. We just go there. We just start participating in all this different stuff that we have. This is how we can bring change, man. This is how we can bring change. We're going there on the ground with all of you guys. We're going to bring change wherever we go. Because right now, that's what is happening here in Ethiopia. I'm here. And I'm here alone. But what if all of us we go somewhere else? And I'm not there just alone or two people, but we are all of us. Because some of you love traveling, so this can be traveling with purpose. You know what I'm saying? Some of you have never been to Africa and you want to come to Africa. This can be traveling with purpose. You're not just traveling somewhere, but you're actually going to make some change. I'm telling you, all of us, guys, if we go and we visit, all of us will talk. If we have a lot of places to visit, we'll divide. Some of us will go to this place. Some of us will go to this place to make sure that we bring about change. Let me show you One Africa database. Here is also the link, guys, of the database. So please register. Let me say here, register here. But also, our media and IT department, they're saying that, they're working on this one, the database here. It's like it's owned by some other company, right? But we are working on the long-term solution, like to have our own thing, and that will take some time, to work on that, our own database that we can provide for you guys. And yeah, so for that, the media and IT, they're working on that. I'm receiving a call from my people here. Let me see. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on? I mean, I'll come later. I'll come later. I'm doing live stream. Yeah. Okay. What? Those are people that we are together here. The RSTV is a time for dinner, so they were calling me there. Hey, Redeem, it's good to see you, Sister Netsi. So this what I share right now in the comment section is the database. I'm gonna pin all the way to the top for you guys to register. Please register that. Register the country you're from and where you're living right now. Because when we are planning for all this trip and we are going to another country, then you guys, you can participate as well. You can come from wherever you are. We can go there together. And for this, we can tell you guys beforehand so that you may prepare yourself, because there might be a lot of expenses. So we can tell you guys beforehand as well, like whoever that is willing to come. That's the thing. Whoever that is willing to come. Let's say you had a plan to come, you had a plan to visit Burundi, right? If you had a plan to visit Burundi, then we can go together with the team. You know what I'm saying? Can go together with the team, and we're letting you guys know as soon as possible so that you may prepare yourself as well. All right, I have some people here on the live stream. First, I have Kay has been here for a very long time waiting. And also I have my brother, the chief is here as well. Kay, how are you, my brother or sister, and where are you calling from?
I'm very good, thank you. Just calling from Kenya.
Oh, I remember you, brother. I remember. how have you been?
Yeah, not bad. In the last few days, I've decided to open a restaurant here as well.
Okay.
So, hopefully it's going to be good. We can get some things happening,
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, man. That's a good thing right there.
Yeah. And, I'm really been actually hopeful seeing all the videos you've been making in Ethiopia about One Africa. And I think it's inspiring because this is like, sometimes, because I've been in the Pan-African space for a while, but the fact that, in this channel, this group, this family, you're taking actions, literal actions to actually go on the ground, search, find people, and, even the stories of the hostings and the opportunities that's come up. I mean, that's amazing because what I see is like, if we're going to help save ourselves, we have to actually understand that we are stronger together as one rather than individuated, separated groups. Because, things are happening so fast right now. Africa is where everything is. And you know what? I don't want to keep it too long for the intro, but yeah, thank you very much. And I really appreciate the positivity and, the direction, giving people hope that we can actually be one people.
Yeah. Oh, no worries at all, okay. Like, you can take as much time as you can. um, but I really appreciate for for you saying that. And as I was talking here today, this is just the first place that we are going, but I've been sharing about Burundi today here, and I'm just excited, and I'm excited because we're gonna come to Kenya one day, and you are there, so you will help us a lot. We'll come to your
100%.
restaurant and we'll eat for free.
100%, 100%. In fact, if you come to a restaurant, you record us, we're gonna get more customers anyways. You can eat there every
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Exactly, yeah, definitely. So we have other people here as well. We have Biggie, the chief. He says is having different difficulties with the audio. You want to try the chief? Or let me give you a chance to the man himself, Rich Triangle. What's up, my brother?
I'm here. I'm here listening to you, man. It's good to see you again.
Mm.
Back at work.
Yes. It's good to hear you, my brother.
Man, I saw that video pop up in your thing, and up to now, brother, I didn't even touch it to watch it
Yeah.
because I feel so. I feel like if I can't do nothing about it, it will just make it worse for me.
Yeah.
Just watching it
Mm.
because we know these things happening long time in Africa. We know they still continue happening. You know what I would have done if I go there and I see that? I would have buy those children because if I don't buy them, she's gonna sell them to someone else,
Yeah.
right?
Oh.
If that's what happened in the video, like you would have to, if you have the opportunity, you would have to, because imagine somebody come around there with bad intentions, you know what I mean, and end up buying those children. I mean, you don't know where they're gonna end up. It's like, man, I'm telling you, when I saw that video, I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna bother watch it right now.
Who made the video?
I'll take some. Say again?
Who made the video? I think I know what you told. I saw like a thumbnail of buy 4 kids in Burundi, right?
Yeah. That's the
Mike, I
video.
have it on his channel. That's what we're talking about, yeah.
Who made the
This
video?
one. This guy, I don't even know. I actually found him for the first time in this video. I think his name is Discover with Ruhi. This guy, I don't know even where he's from.
You know what though is like, it's, I don't know if he's trying to spread awareness or whatever, but he's also calling in some different type of energy there, you know.
Well, look, let me be honest. I don't want to say too much, but some of these spaces, there's a space called the darknet, and some of these people here masquerade as people showing awareness, but what they're really doing is they're marketing things. So we have to be seriously careful about these sort of things. Because I'm being serious. People sell and buy people, and it's usually people from some very, very, decrepit places in the internet. And it's one of those things, if we're going to raise awareness, we need to be able to monitor what's happening with these children, because people will buy them. Because in Ethiopia, they used to allow foreigners, wazungus, I call them kakunas, to adopt kids. But these days, they've made it so difficult because they noticed that a lot of them were actually being trafficked. So they actually made it really, really difficult for it to happen. Right now, you have to go through so many checks. So we have to be seriously careful when it comes to our children.
Exactly. I agree with you, brother, like 100%, because it's like I'm glad that Rich, you didn't see that, but for me, I'm really like I had to check it. I was very disappointed when I see the title, but if you go inside as well, you watch, man, you're just gonna get very emotional, and what you say is very important. We need to be very careful with this stuff, because the title even itself, on thumbnail, like 4 children for sale.
Yeah, like why would you put that as a thumbnail, right? Like he could have done something differently, like I don't know why. Like I'm gonna be, well, this year we're gonna be brutally honest, right? So I'm gonna be brutally honest. I don't know why people are using our suffering, our people's suffering for their come up. It's very irritating to me. I feel like a lot of people want to say they're spreading awareness, but what they really want is attention, and they're using people's pain and people's stuff to get attention. Because if you can't do nothing about that, you see, me, if I went there and I saw that, I would never record it. I would never record that.
Yes, of course.
I can't do nothing about it. If I can't do nothing about it, then why would I record that and spread it like that? So it's I don't know. It's we really got a lot of work to do, brother Bridging. We got a lot of work to do because if we don't do it now, if we don't engage, remember I told you guys it's a big difference between engaging and reacting to things, eh? It's a big difference. When we engage, you can actually analyze things and see where you can play a part. But if you just react, it's gonna continue because our suffering is other people making profit from our suffering, you know.
Yeah.
That's what we have to understand too. They're making profit from this. I was telling my friends yesterday, we have to also remember that capitalism started when the African humanity was taken from them. You see, those people, their humanity is being taken from them right in front of us.
I have a question for you, both of you brothers, and it's maybe something we can do in behind the scenes. But I want to ask: is One Africa registered as an NGO? Because I think in future this might be something that we need to do so that we can legitimately get funding and we can show the projects. Because like you see right now, we have a multimedia platform. Many of us here understand how to record, how to show the evidence. So if we do get the registrations in several countries, we can actually begin looking for donors, funding. And then when we see something like that, we can go there and take those kids, raise them up, teach them skills that's going to help them change and become soldiers for the movement.
Definitely, 100%. My brother, like that's one of the things that, I'm working on these days. Like, the first point, after leaving here, Ethiopia is actually doing that. That's why we are launching here. Before I got here, I started to work on that in my own, country about registration and everything. But then I had to come here. So I had to come here right away. But we're going to launch, and after that, direct, we are going to, to do that. And we are still discussing about something like that because we've been talking a lot about registering it, as NGO or something else. So it's something that we have been discussing.
Wow, this is amazing. Honestly, like right now, I would say, truthfully, my heart is actually filled well because this is very practical and it really helps out a lot of people.
Yeah.
But Micah, also,
yes.
What we can do? We can try to find somebody in Burundi, find out if they have FedEx there, something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that this is not only happening to the person who he showed on video. It's probably happening to other people too. But if we can just find those ones, and I know somebody can find them. We can map out where they are and find them. If they have FedEx there, we can also just send something. Like it might not be. It's all that we can do right now. If we can just find somebody there, find out that they have, I'm saying FedEx, sorry, Western Union, sorry. Find out if they have Western Union or something, so we can send something, organize something. We can do something. They must be able to do something.
Exactly. Guys, if you know anyone from Burundi, or if there's anyone from Burundi watching here, please connect us with, that person. And there's one guy I also reached out to him, on YouTube. I saw his comment on this video because I want to have conversation because these kids that we see, four children for sale, and this is what we can do as One Africa. We are going to write an email to him personally. I'm not going to comment on this video because I wanted to comment, but we're just going to write a private email to talk to him, like to ask him kindly, because this is like, as you said, my brother K, it's this thumbnail, it's like advertising,
100%. I'm not gonna say too much just because of my work, right? But these things happen every day. These kids get bought. Some of them get kidnapped, and this is how they get in touch. They do this implicit marketing, and of course they get paid in cryptocurrency and in other ways so that it doesn't get tracked back to them. But there's definitely some nefarious thing that's been going on, and that's exactly why the Ethiopian government put a stop to this easeability of foreigners from outside of Africa adopting kids, because trust me, this is not a joke. And if we don't do anything, what will happen is, I don't want to speak bad about Gambia, but there are already so many of them going there because, again, it's a network. In as much as there's a lot of diasporans from America, the Caribbean going to Gambia to rebuild, there's also a lot of the Kakunas the negative ones going there for the same, you know, I don't want to mention the word, but tourism, and it involves children as well. So this is something that we have to be seriously about. It's not funny. It's not right.
Yeah, definitely. That's beautiful, brother. And wait, I don't have your. Do I have your WhatsApp number? No, I don't have.
Yeah,
Share
I'll put
with
it
me
in the
your
back
WhatsApp
chat.
number in the private chat.
Yes.
And the brother, what's your name? I forgot your name, but you should join the One Africa movement, the Project 1886, man. You sound like a smart brother. We need everybody.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Definitely.
Send the link.
Definitely.
It's Dr.
Okay,
K.
no problem. Okay, Dr. K.
That's
Yes,
why.
I'll send you the link.
Okay, I got the number here. That's why we're getting the number. Reach, by the way, Dr. K. Reach, he's in the media and IT department as well. But for this particular issue, I'm taking your number here because these are kind of things that we can share different ideas to know how can we move forward from this. Right now, as I'm saying, us as One Africa, we are going to write an email and a letter to this guy in particular to ask him like kindly about this thumbnail and everything, because we have to defend our people, and people, they cannot come here and just do whatever the heck they want to do. We have to defend our people. So first, we're gonna ask kindly if there's any way to, because me personally, I'm gonna finish all the video to see and to satisfy myself, but as well, we're gonna ask him kindly if he can change that thumbnail or whatsoever, those names, and if he can, we'll know what we can do next.
Yeah, I think that's the right way forward, because we have to be cautious, because now we're like I said, this is a media platform network. We approach them the right way, and if not, we're going to have to actually start making awareness and lobbyist movements, because the one thing about Africa, which I can agree that we all have and share, is we love children. So seeing anything that might allow abusers to come in, because again, if it's showing the area, the person can work out the road and the street, and then they can go there and do these bad things. And some of these people have money, so we have to be very organized in this situation. And but it's a movement, and it's going to take effort, planning, careful orchestration. But I honestly believe that things are changing.
Yeah, definitely. I want to appreciate Menbere Palmo for becoming a member. This is big thing, because the last member joined SNN 7 days ago. So I want to appreciate you for for joining after that. Appreciate so much. And we have the Chief as well here. The Chief, how are you, my brother? The Chief, are you there? Chief is having a hard time with the connection today.
Finally, man. It's like I tried to talk, but at the same time, just my mic didn't work. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How you guys doing? We did some dance yesterday. We made up with Ridge, trying to figure out which way we're going, which way we're headed. So far, we're doing a good headway. I know there's a lot of topics that we were talking about, the Burundi issue, which I just been aware of it, and kind of sad, but at the same time, we got to be very tactical. And even if we go on the comment and everything else, it's adding more view to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the email part is good. Let's try to reach the guy and see what he's gonna do about it.
Yeah.
And next thing is about our pursuit on how we're going to be handling our businesses on One Africa, Project 1886 and all that. So we need to accelerate on those so we can be actively counter-reacting on some negativity, all these negative ads about Africa. And that will help us really to move in the right direction. We'll have PRs, we'll have people that's going to counter anything that becomes negative, and we have a proof on the ground, because we're going to be talking about the honest truth. This is what's happening, this is what you'll be writing, and trying to figure out with something tangible and make sure that we have the right information posted and counter react to it. We can make some kind of way of debating or bring the facts up front. And it takes a whole lot of us that's going to be really bombarding these kind of negative ads. So this is what I'd advise, that everybody that's going to be in a way bombarding him, you know what I mean? Making sure that we really stand together, and the more he's going to get on the private itself, without getting to the YouTube, because YouTube is going to be counted for him. That you view it, so the number goes up. So there are people that do this for a living and as business, and with this negative little icons and stuff, we talked about it. You can have different things that are so attractive, but they are really negative, where people really click in and try to figure out what's the content is. So we need to be very well organized to kind of react to information that's been posted. And Mika, I understand, it gets you emotional, because that's not his problem. He's banking on it, though.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can find someone from Burundi and maybe in that city? We find a way if we can obviously get them to get in touch with the mother, enroll them into school, and then we pay the school directly for the education and food. Yeah. We kind of help out food and paying for them education. I think that would be very, very helpful to those kids.
Definitely. I love that idea. I have something in my mind. I know someone from Burundi, even though right now she's not there, but I'll reach out to her and I'll talk to her, and maybe she can connect me with someone from Burundi, and we can do something about it. I think that's an amazing suggestion, and I'll give you feedback because I have your number right now, and I'll give feedback to you guys to know what next we can do from that.
Yes, that sounds good, brother.
I'm definitely going to reach out to her after this. Yeah.
Man,
Man, you know what, man? It's so crazy how we're just guests in this world. Like we're paying rent here. Like we're just like God threw us on the wrong planet. Yeah. And everything just going bad for us. But we have so much strength, man. We have so much strength and so much talent and so much skills and so much energy. We got to use it now. We got to use it because as I told you guys, man, like we're not gonna get this opportunity again for another 60 to 100 years if we don't do it now. It's like everything will go black again. Like they will, when Men in Black, when they flash you with the light and you forget everything. That's what's gonna happen to us again if we don't move on these things now. What Dr. K said was a good idea. Whatever we can do, man. Whatever we can do. Who knows? It might prevent some other women from having to sell their children, because they see that people out here looking at them, looking out for them. At least.
Yeah, the thing is, let's say we, once everything gets registered, we're now like an official charity or NGO. Let's say if these kids need to be, taken. I do have a school in primary school in near Kisumu. So there's always chances we can put them in that school. Then the donation money will just help to pay for the food and accommodation, and it's not so expensive in that region. So yeah, the primary school is my mom's. I'm managing the school, but I can speak to her and make sure that we have the ability. Because that's the whole point of this. We share resources and some of the things. Kids should never have to go through that. It just doesn't sit right with my heart.
Exactly.
Micah, can I show them something that on Triangle? It will just be like something I was thinking about all the time. But now that you're like talking about it here, I want to show them. Like I've been thinking about these things for years, man. I'm so glad that is not me alone thinking about it now.
Yes.
I'm gonna share my screen. I can share my screen with you guys, but you guys can go ahead and talk so long. I'll tell you when I'm ready.
All right. Man, I appreciate so much, Dr. K. That's amazing. That's an amazing initiative. The first thing that I'm going to do as soon as I work out of Ethiopia is, registering that. And I think it's something that I can try to find also information here, because it's better to be registered, in so many places.
If you want to
but
register
that would be
in
my
UK,
first task to do.
If you want to register in UK, let me know. I have at least 2 companies registered there. It's so simple, and all it costs is around $15 to get a company registered, even if it's a charity. So, and anyone can join actually a UK owned company. It doesn't matter which country you're from. So that's another thing. We register in TZ, any other African country we can find.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Kenya is a bit expensive. I think it's like $150. But UK, definitely you can put your name there, and it's only $15. So, let's do it. Let's not delay anything, because kids suffering is just one of those things that just does not sit right with me at all.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Yes, that's beautiful, and I'm glad that.
Dr. K and all the panels in here, there are certain things that I'm doing on the background. So, and in fact, we were working on a few things with the Ridge yesterday about the triangle, and we need to have a separate conversation where we can meet up and look at the feasibility and the logistics and how getting things registered and what is the license requirement and all that. I would really appreciate it if Dr. K can join us on this meeting, because it's going to be for all the projects that we have going, because the projects are growing, but the identity has to be identified in the form of what kind of business that is, what kind of information that we're going to put out there. Are we going to have certain things that need to be in this different direction? Because we got to treat it, whether it's an NGO, whether it's foundation, whether it's media, that has to be registered, where it's recognized worldwide, and that we mean business. We got to treat it like business.
100%. And like you said, over here we have this platform. I have connections with African Millennial and some other YouTubers I won't mention the names of. So when it comes to orchestrating, we all make, let's say we've got everything registered. We create a nice 4-minute video explaining our mission, goal, and projects, and everything that we've done. We then push it all at the same time, because there's no point having Red Cross and all these things, which we know the CEO is eating $200,000 a year. Because my ex-girlfriend from Ethiopia, she works for an NGO, a German company. I won't mention which one, but they don't pay them very good. But the CEOs and the Kakunas, the Wazungus who work there, they pay them $100,000 a year. Doesn't make any sense. And, the money should be, pay someone obviously a wage that they can live to do the work. But paying people $500,000, $100,000, and they're not even the people doing the work on the ground, when, that money could be going to actually, putting, let's say, skills training for the kids. It just doesn't make sense. So I think it's finally time that we build an Afrocentric program that's going to help people, and also now we have the advantage of having a multimedia network. That's what really is going to set us apart from any other ones I've tried before.
That's beautiful.
And at the same time, Dr. K, one of the things that arise when it comes to the donation, whatever that's been given as a fund, the management of the foundation, we're going to be clear, because we want to be brutally honest on what's going on, what's in, what's out, and create a report that anybody can look at it and have the activities, that is how and what the costs are, and that transparency will make it a better platform, because it's all there.
Ultimately, once I have some time, and this thing is, the project is in the way, we put it through a blockchain. We make sure that it's a non-fungible accounting system, so no one can change the numbers. The numbers is accountable. Even if we fail in one mission, we show them, okay, this is what we did. We had to pay this. This is the cost of doing business in Burundi. We had to pay this official this. As long as it's all there, people will still support it. The issue is when we're dealing business, we're trying to cover something because we think it's going to look bad. If we're honest with the people will support us. I really, truly believe that.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's like I'll give you just a small example. I don't know if you remember when the dot-com just went down, and there were some carriers that had the upper hand and just purchased an expanded network. The stakeholder is going to say, hey, I got an asset. I'm not going to bail out because this asset is going to be revenue, which later on they found out that they did the wrong decision by selling out all their shares. And when you look at the competition now, they were in the right position. It's just the people that were running it didn't make the right decision, and the stakeholders start bailing out. So for us, we want the stakeholders really to stay and stick with us with all the asset, even if there's a failure or anything else. It's the learning, the lesson learned, and how we move into a better situation and show that to the people that invest their time and their money and where everything is allocated. So in order to do that, like I said, we need to have our meeting and the panel here, our commentators, everybody that's in here. You're welcome from your expertise, because we are in the making of One Africa. So we all participate in this. It's very important. We all involved. This is our platform, and we're brutally honest. We want to be transparent. We don't want to fall to any other traps that we don't know about, and we take suggestion. And I really appreciate everybody that's on the comment, putting all your heart in there. And Dr. K, I really appreciate you, Ridge. I mean, it's just phenomenal. Yesterday we had a great meeting, and Mika, what you do out there, is one hell of a job. It takes a lot of courage. In fact, that when you send a video about Shaka Zulu, being the warrior and all that, it's very important, because you are there on the ground. And like I said, this platform is get to know each other, and the knowing each other and treating each other with respect. And I can fire through some word that we got to be treating each other like royalty, and respect and love. And this is the time, and this is the time that we're seizing. And it's being called by the AU, by the Prime Minister, that we need our own media. This is what we got to do, and whatever it takes, we got to put it together. And I am deeply, deeply involved about this. And I promise you, this year is going to be one hell of a year, that we're going to be achieving a lot of corners. Again, we're not in the 100 days yet, but we're talking about some major move and actively working. And I see, and people that are even on the comment, I see we are in sync on what we're trying to achieve. And I really appreciate that. This energy, synergy is the most important thing. We got to keep it up. We got to keep pushing the barriers and bring the One Africa to one level that is not there last year. We're going to bring it this year and go on from this point on. This is what I have to say today.
Beautiful. Well said. And I want to appreciate, you see, Dr. K, I want to appreciate Senu T as well. She is down, to contribute to that lady in Burundi from that video, guys, that we were talking about. And I'm trying, and Senu T, if you reached out to anyone that knows how, you have my number, right? And I'm trying as well, to find out how we can get in touch with that lady. And I know Dr. K as well shared us here good news as well. So yeah, let's make this possible. This is something that we can all do. And myself, I'm down. Like we can change this kid's life, the woman life. We can change it for good, and we have that opportunity to do it. Let's go ahead and do it. And I'm not gonna sleep until this happens. And I just appreciate to see so much love and so much commitment. And this is that's what we are saying. It's love in action. 2022, love in action, peace in action, unity in action.
This is actually amazing, because look at the East African community. What makes this possible is exactly because there's an East African community. So Pan-Africanism might be the reason why women like her and her kids can be saved. Because Burundians can actually come to Kenya, for example, without a visa, because they're part of the community. Tanzania also, and now Congo from last week has been officially accepted. So this really changes everything. The next one is Ethiopia. We have to get Ethiopia in. Now, Somalia did apply to come in. I wish that there wasn't politics with the Kenyan government, because that's the only issue there. But you see, this would, if Somalia was accepted, like Congo was accepted last week, and then next Ethiopia joining too. I mean, this will make us actually a superpower. We have the resources from Congo. We have the manpower from intellectualism from Ethiopia. We have the gold and oil from Somalia. We have the hardworking nature of Kenyans, Tanzanians. We put all this together, and the seaports in Tanzania, for example, you know, this actually what's going to help Congo, because the issue with Congo is the infrastructure is not so good. So they need to get the goods from Tanzanian seaport. This changes everything. This is the mission that we're fighting.
And this is really good, because even the legislation that we'll do, even if we'll do in Tanzania, we have EAC community, which means we can still be operating in all these communities. I mean, all these countries that are in this region as well.
Exactly. You know? And, you know, just to give more context, I was helping this Chinese guy set up a factory for car radiators. He had to pay $6,000 for 2 years as a foreign registration. But anyone from the East African community doesn't have to do that. They only pay the normal local rate. So this is exactly what we mean by Pan-Africanism. Because the next step is fighting the horrendous high charges in transport. Because why am I paying $400 to go to Ethiopia and back? Doesn't make sense. It's literally the next door. That's the next challenge. But, you know, like I said, whatever solutions we have, I will talk to my my mother and everyone involved. The school will be able to enroll them for free, and we'll look for donations to, you know, we'll see what solutions we come up. We'll talk about that behind the scenes. But I'm for it.
I'll these guys, let's just take a moment, man, to acknowledge that this is huge, and this is amazing, and we are going to do that. And man, it's great, man. Like, oh yeah, guys, I don't know what to say, man. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And we're going to bring change. Nobody else is going to bring change but us. And we are going to serve these kids. And Rich, I saw your paper here. Are you ready to show us? Rich? You need to call this guy Mr. Triangle. Mr. Triangle?
Yes, I'm here. I thought I was muted. Sorry. I wanted to show you guys something.
1986.
Well, yes. Micah, can you share this screen, my screen, or do I have to share it? Okay, good.
I can,
So I wanted to show you guys something, because I've been thinking about this for years. I'm just glad that I have people like you guys here that actually been thinking about our people as the same way. But you see this plain little icon here? This is for people like you, Micah, who actually on the ground, who actually moving around. What we want to do, right? What I wanted to do with that is that I wanted to put a portion of what we have in this system, put a portion for it, for people like you who want to go to these places. We can support you. So every time there is like a plane, enough money for like a plane ticket available, you will see like a number pop up, maybe 1, 2, 3. Maybe there's enough money for 3 plane tickets to go somewhere in Africa to shed light on something, or to save those children. That will pop up above that little plane icon there. That what this would be for. So I just wanted to show you guys, like, this energy that we are seeing on the planet here, this African synergy, energy. It has been brewing for a long time. We're just starting to get in contact with each other now. That's what's happening. That's a big difference. We're starting to synchronize all of our concerns now. And that what I want the triangle to be, or that what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a place where we can synchronize all our concerns, all our the things that are supposed to be toward the top of our priority list. It will be in this one system, so that we don't have to hear from some, sorry to say it like this, from some guy who just went into Burundi with a camera, that there are children there for sale. We'll know that long time, and we'll do something about it.
Yeah.
So that they don't have to go there with their cameras and put our people on YouTube and act like they're shedding light on situations. They need to shed light in their own situations, because these things are gonna, when they go there with their cameras and do these things, it's gonna backfire on us. It's gonna backfire on those children. It's not hard for some person with bad intentions to find those children now, you know. He already put it out there. So this will be a place where we can prevent that type of stuff, but also we can deal with the problem before it even start.
Yeah.
Because we will know what's happening in certain areas, and we can, as I said, the plane ticket, the plane icon is for people like teachers and doctors and people like you who actually putting your foot on the ground. A portion of whatever we have will go towards making sure that you can get there safely. You can be taken care of while you're there, and you can exit safely. That's what I wanted to show you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Wow. That's the triangle, guys. Triangle himself. Yeah.
How about this? Let me give them. Let me show you one more thing. Let's search Burundi.
Yeah, please. I'm loving this.
Let's search Burundi right now. Okay, yeah. My computer is running a lot of stuff right now. It's moving slow. Okay, see Burundi right here. Let's see what's going on in Burundi. For those of you who
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Rich, he got a little bit issue, but he will be back soon. And Biggie, I will have a conversation with you. Maybe later, so that because I already texted the group, about the meeting. So maybe I can have conversation with you before this. I mean, after this later on, to talk a little bit about that before the meeting.
Okay.
Yes, Rich, you're back.
Yes, sorry about that. My internet just gave me some trouble, but we're gonna put more energy into it so that it don't give us no more trouble again.
I'm glad because you're not in Africa and having a problem with your internet.
Listen, you're in Africa and you got a good internet. He's in Canada. It's very ironic. Go ahead, Rich.
Okay, let me show you. Let me show you guys. Okay, let's see what's going on in Burundi. So I was saying, those of you who don't know what Burundi is, it's right there where you see that red dot. This is what we're gonna use to take back our Africa through development. So I think in Burundi, what language do they speak there? Is it French?
They speak French too. Yeah.
Yeah, because all the news. Yeah, because all the news articles are in French. See.
I can read it.
So, yeah. Oh, you can read it, Biggie?
Oh, EAC. Yeah. Read this one. This one, East African community, is interesting.
Oh, sorry. This one? Yeah.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, they removed
the sanctions.
Yeah.
Oh, so East African community, they removed sanction on Burundi.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a good news. All right. That's beautiful.
Yes, that's 3 days ago they posted this from allafrica.com, I think. Rights group criticized lifting of sanctions against Burundi. What?
Can I ask you a question, everyone? There's something I never understood, because I studied political science a little bit in my first year, but how does sanctioning a country's let's say, corrupt government, if that's what you think, again, it's opinion, how does that help? You're literally, the government or the leaders have money. They're going to be okay. Maybe they can even run away. So why are you putting pressure on the actual people living? I've never understood that concept. I just don't get it.
That is a barbarian type of way of living. That's what it is. That's barbarians doing things like that. People who are human don't do things like that. See, to be human, you have to be humane. You know, people separating these words as if like you can separate these things. You can't really separate them. If somebody's not human, they're not human. That's how we have to put it now in our heads. Because sanctions are inhumane, especially for places in Africa that's already suffering like this. That's some barbarian way of thinking there.
Okay.
Just to add to that, on certain things that we see when it comes to sanction, any sanction is questionable. You know, put it that way. Any sanction, anybody, the one that's sanctioning, you question where they coming from. Is it because of self-interest? They're not getting it. Now they got the power to sanction somebody. So we have to look into it, because this is a third dimension thinking. And these eventually is going to go, because really when you sanction something that's going to be hurtful, is going to be whoever that's going to be on the leadership, fine, you know. But when it comes to the people, it's like, yeah, when they starve, this is the old thinking. When they starve, they're going to revolt. So basically, you're just going to turn it to an uprising, coup d'etats and all that. It promotes different things on the ground, because when you starve, people will do any kind of crazy thing in order to survive it. So this is what I call the third dimension thinking, just going backward, forward, with, you know, up and no result. They don't go with time. When you use the time, that's when you really understand that, okay, I'm going to sanction this country. And when you sanction it, who's going to be the immediate beneficiary, and who's the one that's going to be hurt? The people. If it is the people, then you have to be coming with different solution. Sanction always doesn't work. They sanctioned Iran, they sanctioned everybody, but they still do business. I mean, it hurts. There's a different way, because they're gonna have to pay a little bit more, or, you know, they go through the hassle. Sanction, I don't believe to be a word of threatening a country. Usually, that's what they do, is threatening the country and the survival of the people. So the country is based on people, and we better come up with different ways of addressing issues without enforcing just a sanction for the hell of it. It's like, oh, you know, you do this, I'm going to sanction. Or you do this, we're going to do this to you. So who are you to do this to me while you're out there? Yes, I'm the one that's going to get the end of that stick. So I think these are the few things that we need to understand. Like ECOWAS trying to sanction something, I'm like, hey, wait a minute, you know, you sanction other brothers and another Africans living in that specific country. Right. And who you're hurting? You're hurting the people. You're telling directly that I'm going to hurt you. Sanction is what it is. Look at Eritrea, that have been suffering for over 20 years on sanction and trying to survive. She just come out from it because he's on the right path. Yeah, the right path. Anybody that goes in the country, and you can witness in Mika, even if you get a good 3 days, you know, you can do just a quick tour to Eritrea and come back. You'll see how things works there.
To reinforce everything you said, actually, Eritrea is the only country in Africa, with the exception of maybe Egypt, that actually has per population relative to the military, they can actually protect themselves. They take military seriously. And this is another thing that a lot of African countries are still sort of not knowing exactly, you know, to what extent we need to be very careful about what's happening. Because Congo, for example, joining East Africa, this protects them seriously, because now the issue is, again, everybody, all of us, we're going to have to start paying a lot more money in when it comes to, let's say, phones, laptops, because as you see, I see the whole picture. I think some of these Pan-African leaders actually had a point. So let me give some of the logic. Congo is now part of East African Community. Kenya has now recently, in 2021, opened the Africa's first semiconducting microelectronic chip processing company for commercial use as well as research in Nyeri in Kenya. What that means now is we can actually get the cobalt, coltan, and other resources directly from Congo into Kenya. We can then process it and sell it to the rest of the world. So now if everything goes, the right way and we all do things this way, Congo can make a significantly much more money for their resources. And also we can now trade it in an international forum. This is really how this whole thing happens. So honestly, I'm so happy that Congo has joined the East African community, because if everything is orchestrated the right way, the whole community can start doing well, and other countries will start joining soon as well.
Definitely, you got the point. And in fact, if Kenya can do it, and we can replicate, different part of Africa, so the logistics will be a lot easier, and that will increase the trade among African countries. It's one thing at a time, and do it right and replicate it. If it works in Kenya, why not in Congo? Why not in West Africa, Nigeria, or any other part of the African
100%.
continent?
100%. And go ahead, brother.
Yeah, basically, go ahead. Just let you finish it.
Yeah, for me, I do have a personal stake, because that's what I studied for my PhD, microelectronic nanotechnology. So it's honestly, I'm going to reach out to the university. It's called the Dan University, and I'm going to see if I can help out, because when I saw the news and I checked it out, it's real. I was honestly over the moon, because this means African can have the potential to now finally set its own course.
I just want to brush up back on what you said about Eritrean and how they are militarily ready, because they have military service. Okay, and I believe that I even went on it one more notch on some comment yesterday. Africa has, every country, every nation has military. Okay, and one thing that we need to have is that the leaders of the nations, they busy really trying to get the military moving, getting the country moving, and nobody. I cannot say nobody, but there are few leaders that are really concerned about the whole state of Africa. And I was just throwing a word like, they have NATO up north, and we were talking about Gaddafi that was planning to do the SATO. And it's so funny, like I said, I don't know, he just literally put it SATO, but it was SATO, which is on the South Atlantic, and create a command center. Okay, just create the command center, somebody that's going to be in charge of what's required when it comes to military logistics to help out within the nation, okay, the security of the nation. So basically, this commander is going to be assessing, his team will be assessing where we need, for our own peace, for our own protection, assess situations and say, yes, we need military in this aspect of it. So what happened is, it's not the local military that you're going to be just using, but it's a collaboration of all African nations participating in this. It's not just what they call a peacekeeping only, but it's something that they are being attacked by foreign militaries, where this general or this commander is going to have to get a written approval from all the nations, and yep, we are with you, and we authorize you to do this and that. So that means this guy will tie in to bring in all the nations to be alerted, aware, and it's going to be a different intelligence. I think that's there's a possibility, not just 5,000 peacekeepers here, 10,000 peacekeepers there, but something that is really can mobilize from different countries, and all nations will put a support to it. As we venture into that aspect, now we can defend the nation itself, or the African nation, as one, and that will create for the next step. What do we need to beef up this base that's going to exist on all countries? All the nations will have a piece of allocated, it's like allocated soldiers for this kind of missions.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm not going to bring anything more to it because that's going to have to be left for the private discussion. But I agree with everything you said. That's how things have to be. And like, let's say with Congo, I haven't verified this yet, but when I was having a debate with my uncle, he he shed a light to me on something I had no idea on. Again, I'm going to have to verify this, but he did mention that the president of Zimbabwe, the late president, by late I mean the previous. I don't know if it's late or not, but I forgot his name. Is it Robert? Right? Apparently, what my uncle said is that Robert actually bought some jet fighter pilot planes, and he had gone to try to basically put it to Congo from He bought it from Czechoslovakia. However, Czechoslovakia, after selling it to him, told the NATO about it. So then it was shot down by NATO for so-called infringing on sovereign land, which is Congo. So his idea was to go there and obviously set some order so that the resources could be, placed in the right direction. So, if this is the case, we definitely would need that kind of strong unit in Africa. Africa, including Caribbean islands, as well as African Americans, Brazil, anyone who has significant African ancestry, what the countries that can apply and join. So it's one of those things. Yeah, we definitely need order. We need to have, as you said, the right generals, getting access to everything, and even within One Africa, as we grow, I do believe that we do need to get some kind of order and let's say levels, and almost like in a military kind of way, but it doesn't really matter how you do it, but in a way that we can kind of see this person has been loyal for this amount of time, they've been successful in doing this kind of amount of projects, we can trust them with this amount of thing, but still everyone requires a certain level of registration from other members who are at the same level to allow things to happen cleanly. Because what you mentioned earlier is, if we do this correctly, everything is transparent, there's going to be so much work we can successfully do.
Yeah, I just did a little quick calculation too, and if every nation in Africa contribute 5,000 military members, servicemen, that is by 54 is 270,000 real soldiers, and that is power. You can deploy it from every corner of it as needed. Now it's an agreement that you can have these 5,000 year after year graduating for a better position and learning how to exercise from one country to another country. That brings strength. That brings the understanding that you can deploy them anytime. So that's something that we have to look into. Tonight just not here, but this 5,000 from every nation in Africa, that gives you about 270,000. It's power. And each will come with different firepower, different trainings. And just like NATO, they will be collaborating to each other. We're not going to war, but if anything else comes, we'll really have ready men's out there just to seek us protecting the whole continent.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that makes perfect sense. If Tunisia was here, he would be like, finally, our people are recognizing the threat that they're under, especially since we sit under the world's most resource-rich continent, land, agriculture, semiconductors, rare earth mineral, name it, oil, gold, etc. So there's no way we're going to have to be sitting docile and waiting for people to come and exploit it. We have to be the ones to protect it and also then refine it and then sell it to the world. That's really our mission.
And one of the major issues is that they don't want us to produce it in Africa. They just want the raw material. And now we're going to have to focus when it comes to the industrial side of it. We don't want to fail like, with archaic technology, but newer technology, cleaner energy, and producing the material that's needed out of our own resource, and how to bring like the future I'm looking, and it's always been talking is about energy, the cobalt. You're talking about all the lithium battery and everything else that's needed. And we know from cell phone, name it, from cars, cell phone, everything is using this lithium battery. So we should have our own factory somewhere to meet the specific, because it's just a matter of design and the material that is acquired, and create one in Africa. It can be anywhere. You can really bring it in Congo and have a factory that's going to be mass producing because it's there. And what does it need to create that environment? Out of the crude oil, can we process different things out of it, just like the way everybody else does in the refinery? So we need to look at into our industry, and we only need one to start with. Once we start with one and it's well elaborated and successful, you can use that same model and create other factories, and that's going to be really an African benefit. It's just we need to push that.
You know how French has, with some of its ex-colonies, first rights of refusal for any kind of deal, meaning France will, let's say in Mali, or if they have a new product that they want to export, France will basically have to be given the rights to refuse that deal first before they can export it to something else. Now, if we had a similar kind of construct in Africa for the whole continent, let's say if Nigeria, I know now Dangote is building the world's largest oil refinery system. And at least apparently they're saying that it should be finished by this year. But anyway, even if it's in 2 years, it's fine. So that's finished. Now, Nigeria starts refining oil and breaking down into all these constituents, the oil for the tarmac roads, the oil for the kerosene, the petrol, the diesel, whatever it is, and every other, and also as well as plastic, whatever it is. If there was an African economic, transcontinental economic sort of board of directors who could then go there, discuss these things. Okay, so we're doing this. You guys have the first rights to refuse this deal with us. You can show them it's going to be cheaper for you. It's going to be better. It's going to be faster, or whatever it is. I think that's going to be really nice if we could be organized across the whole continent. Yeah, what you said there makes so much sense to me.
Business 101, Ray Kroc. Replicate. Once you find a good thing, replicate it. Go through nations, nation by nation, the availability of what they have on the raw material, and create it. Actually, the engineers and the designers upfront ready and have access to it. Because there was an old fashion of which is very archaic. When you produce, let's say, like coffee, you have the exported version versus the local version. So the local will get not really the top quality, because the top one is always being exported. But that's supposed to be available to the people. There are people that can afford buying those things. But it was really kind of being blocked for certain reason in the countries that African themselves cannot use that product for themselves. So these are the things that we need to move on. Instead of this is the idea that's always said, hey, export, you're going to get foreign currency. And that mentality has to change, because we can use those material within ourselves and have the final product, and even being able to even consume it for ourselves within the nation. So these are placed a model that the West did. Just sell all your resource. We'll give you a good price for it. But again, if you really want to get it, the final product, we can provide it to you. So they take the resource and manufacture for you, and then sell it back to you. Look at you're in a hole. You're not even getting 50% of the benefit buying it back. So we instead of importing a lot of those final product, we can be the one exporting those final products. So Africa has to shift really into the manufacturing and very seriously go with the trend of the trade and to be one of the suppliers. I think we're capable to do that. We're capable to be very creative within the country. So it's just identifying things that are beneficial for the whole continent, and intra-continent also trades. That's very important. Let's say, like I said, if you can create a factory for the lithium battery in Ethiopia, and you got the cobalt coming from Congo, and if both trades, eventually going to have to create another factory, because the demand is so high that Ethiopia cannot just do it. So Congo is going to be participating, and it becomes like a chain where this is a huge continent. We can produce the supply like Kenya did for the chips. The same thing, replicated right across, because the demand is there.
The thing is, if we can actually get that, you said, is Ethiopia working on a lithium battery technology?
No, I'm just giving an example.
Okay. I see. Yeah, because if that was the case for real, and then you have the microelectronics chip company in Kenya, we have the resources from Congo, as well as Congolese trained, skilled professionals. That's all we need for solar technology. Because again, part of my PhD was renewable energy, and solar technology was one of it. And we have more than enough day sunlight in most African countries, especially if you go to, let's say, Kenya, Mombasa, very hot, and the sun stays up the whole day. Same thing with Afar region in Ethiopia, etc. There's many regions which have like good constant sunlight. Now, the only thing that's missing is good, cheap battery technology. So if we can get all these things together and satisfied, we could actually basically be able to power up the whole of Africa, make sure every kid has ability to study without having to worry about light or anything. And we can, again, power up startups and all that kind of stuff cheaply and constantly, especially with places like Nigeria, where, unfortunately, due to politics, they don't have constant electricity. So, brother, your mind, you're very, very good at seeing the full picture out here. I'm actually very, very, not just impressed, touched.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. There's a lot more in my sleeves. It's just, I just want to start just one, one of the ideas. And I think, again, the electricity part, the powering up the continent, I see the major advancement for the continent. So think power, and I think we can come up with a lot. And in fact, I found another producer for water. Okay, if we got the power, okay, the solar power, there's this machine that can harness water. It's like a little generator, but the way it's working, that it sucks the water content of air and go through filtration, and you got clean water. And this man is a black man that created this machine. And I don't know if you remember the Flint, Michigan water contamination. He was one of the guys that supplied this machine. I mean, it worked on electricity, if I'm not mistaken, but for us, we can have it really through solar power too, to be working. It was creating uh, hundreds and hundreds of gallon of water of thin air. And if I find the link, and in fact, I was trying to get hold of him, trying to find out really, he's willing to donate. He's willing to help. And I don't know what happened to him in the last couple of months. Couldn't get hold of him. But there's such technology that you can harness water off thin air. That's another thing that I look at along with the power. So if we got power, water, Africa is moving somewhere.
Yeah, 100%. And something I noted as well since I've been, because I decided to move to Kenya. I was going to go to Ethiopia, but unfortunately, the internet connection isn't cheap enough for me to afford, like a very high level internet. That's why I came to Kenya instead. But I've always wanted to obviously come to the continent. And since I've been here, there's so much opportunity, so much problems to be fixed, and so much that we can all get involved. Like what you said about the converting moisture in the air into water. I mean, that's amazing technology.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing. And if we have the solar technology, we can use it. I mean, we can literally build acres and thousands of acres worth of solar farms, and then we can use that farm to power up the ability to get clean water. Because there's no reason any African child should not be able to have clean water and food. That's just one of those things. It's just organizations. If you could just be organized, we get the funding right, we build the farms, we just do everything the right way. There's no reason, because like you said, this technology exists. All we have to do is just invest and do it.
Absolutely. And the awesome thing is African American, Black African American, that created this machine originally. And a lot of them want to patent and they push them around and everything else. But he played the checkmate by providing that machine in Flint when the people were really getting sick drinking the local water because somebody was dumping illegal stuff in the water source. Okay. And he got very popular because he delivered it. And now they cannot cheat him out of it. It's like he was the first provider in Flint, Michigan, and he got this opportunity. Sorry about that. I had another call. So I see this again is tied into powering up the continent, and it's very important that we need to get this happening. Sorry about that. I just got this call that's coming back and forth.
But yeah, know exactly what you're talking about with the water thing. I saw that before, and also there's a bunch of Africans in Detroit actually who are making their own internet. They're really like connecting themselves to some kind of I don't know how they're doing it honestly, but I think they're having like one station where they catch the internet from the lines, and then they have these little satellite dish that they're pointing towards each other's house, so they all kind of like sharing the same internet or something. It's on YouTube as well. I think it's on Vice.
Yeah, it's the old local loop. Having the local loop. You find one source and then just keep running it around and around within the area. And in fact, the African issue when it comes to internet, we get a fiber, and as a fiber comes in, you got a faster connection. But now we have also the old, cable-based internet, which is really not efficient. So when we put it that way, fiberize the whole Africa, and getting the hubs, because fiber, when it comes to capacity and speed, it's a technology that really can give you a very clean transmission. But unfortunately, we also have issue with rats. We have issue with different other things. So it cuts one line and it goes to the other. Now your capacity is getting sunk, and we got all these people that want to talk at the same time. Now we're not vesting time to our what do you call we're not vesting enough on our telecom on our communication, and in fact we're supposed to take advantage of this technology. This technology gives us the assurance that we don't need to spend so much money on copper. Okay, copper is very expensive material. Okay, and it's not always guaranteed because the rodent that you have around it. So there's a lot of things that I have people that are working the telecom section where they still want to get a good voicemail system, a good three-way calls, and all that. So the technology needs to be upgraded, but it's not upgraded. But at the same time, the customer base is growing. So now you got capacity issue, and that capacity issue, and the telecoms have to do much better work into servicing it. Like you said, in Detroit, basically they use a local loop system. They get one line, a drop on the fiber, which we have a lot of fiber here, and pretty much transmitting it to the rest of the neighborhood, or they can pinpoint that. Again, we go into satellite information, and then satellite will become very expensive. They tried it with the Iridium with 66 satellites out there, and they only needed 600,000 customer to break even. But who's going to pay $2-3 a minute at that time? But there are people, that can afford it because they will work like the movie industry, all the other industry that are working in remote area use that service, but they cannot even come up close to 600,000 customer base. So we need a lot of improvement. One, we need improvement on our communication. The other thing that you lose is the power, because all these towers work from power. So you got so much battery capacity. When you lose power, you lose that site. And when you lose the site, the next closer RSSI that comes in is going to be weaker. And if you go further, eventually you lose everything. So power is the issue, okay, to keep up with what we have. And also, we have an issue with the battery capacity. Most of them are not backed by a battery. Now, you're talking about to have a continuous, what we do in the US is we deploy generators throughout all the major cell site. Now, they said, no, deploy generators no matter where they are, okay? So deploying generators that can work through natural gas, or you can have a solar energy that you can convert without the generators. So these are a lot of work to be done in Africa Telecom to have a stable connection. That's the problem. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, because people don't understand. Whatever you have your transmission, if the power is out and you still got light, you say, I got light, but people don't understand that relation.
Yep, actually, it's really good that you said all that, because since I've been to Kenya, I did notice that sometimes, now we have mostly 24-hour electricity, but sometimes it goes off like every 3 weeks for like a few minutes, or even 5 minutes sometimes. Now I thought about also the same for Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi sometimes goes off every 3 weeks for like a few minutes, and I thought about it. Of course, it has to be the power. The Wi-Fi company is using so much power, but the grid can't support it, so it has to switch off sometimes. And if everything that you're saying right now, if we can actually get it all ready, we have the power, we have the constant, power. We can basically do anything. We can make sure that telecommunications is completely unscathed. And that will change us so much for so many countries. Because again, that's the main reason why I didn't go to Ethiopia and why I went to Kenya, is just because the Wi-Fi connection was a bit stronger. And again, it's all to do with power and how much data is being processed through this particular optic or whatever the system is there. So we can fix these problems. We change Africa.
Absolutely. And remember now, the voice, whenever you can use the voice, that really drain because it's continuous. Okay. But when it comes to data, like now what we're streaming and everything else, will be a lot less consumption. It's just the capacity. You are at a capacity where you cannot transmit, and you'll have a failure of another equipment somewhere, really literally losing power, and it becomes like a domino effect in the telecom, and then people just kind of oh well, it's not working, and you're not demanding. You see, if people keep on demanding it instead of saying, oh well, then we don't have the push to have a quality internet services, and that quality comes by really maintaining a grid. If you have power issue, you have to have a backup source that's going to be like a solar panel, like I said, generators, diesel generators if you have to. But one thing that you're going to be up and up is charge a little bit more because of your additional equipment that you're adding, additional consumption, and really be proactive and have a number that's the revenue per user. The RPU has to be adjusted in order to be quality service. So I think we miss also certain quality issues across Africa on certain products, and that's another topic. Let's build the economy with the new industry, new standards, and the quality comes along with it, because we fell in some quality issue, and that quality issue shows the failures immediately, actually, in your internet communication, because the quality and the standard is not there. I could talk about a lot about when it comes to telecom. This is what I breathe and eat on a daily basis for the past 30 years. So there's ways that we can improve our communication, continuous communication. Again, it's about power. We have solution for power. It's just how many people going to be really involved to really say, okay, this is my failure. And as you know, ministers don't accept the failures. They'll say, oh, I don't have power, and then blame it to the power company. You go to the power company and say, I don't have power because the grid, so we need to have African grid that can really supply the energy from, let's say, if you have low energy in Chad, this energy can be shut out from Ethiopia, or anybody that has excess is going to put it on the grid. And now we can sell electricity among ourselves. And the Grand Dam is going to be a great, great impact into contributing to the shortage of power. It will produce so much that I think we can create a good grid on the eastern side. Okay, believe me, it will cover the east, and then reconnect that with any other electrical outlets, and any electrical providers, and now you have a bank of power. It can also be added with the other renewable energies, like you get a lot of the solar panels that can contribute to the grid. And once we get that infrastructure used correctly, then you'll see the improvement in our telecommunication sector, the continuity of power throughout all African homes. Okay. And that will give you a time also to extend your study. You can study more because now you got library that's going to stay a little bit later, and you have more power in it. So I cannot emphasize more how much important that is to have a continuous electricity and distribution for the success of Africa. And it makes a lot of people happy.
100%. I think some of the steps Ethiopia has taken, because there they have the Ethio Telecom, which is a government-owned telecommunication service. They've now actually sold a license to Safaricom, which is a majority Kenyan company, to come and basically help them with their telecommunications. So that means it's competition now. That means that there will be good telecommunications, good internet, good phone services. Because now, if one company is not doing their job, the other one will basically pick up the slack and take on the clients. So now that we have that, somehow we get to finish the Ethiopian dam for basically very cheap electricity. We're so way underway in Eastern Africa, because Ethiopia could power up the whole East Africa region with this selling the water from the dam. That's the world's largest dam that they're building. So that's going to be able to do so many things. And then once the technology of the Ethiopians have, they can go to Congo. Congo, there's even a larger ability to make an even bigger dam there. So then they share that technology there, and then that's it. The whole of basically South Central Eastern Africa can be powered by two countries. I mean, that's crazy. Then Nigeria can help support with oil and anything else that the oil needs to be able to do for the generators or anything else. So if we are truly organized, there's nothing we can't do under the sun.
This is what I was talking about, low-hanging fruits. The non-political, they are basic necessity. And that's where my forte is. No complication with the governments, but being able to provide these simple utilities, basic utility throughout Africa. And it doesn't take a genius for it, because we have everything that we need in our disposition. It's just how to really empower the youth on their education. And believe me, one of the things that I really want to see, we got a lot of engineers, a lot of scientists in the continent itself. But I want to see more of people that get into international laws and understand the communication, because really, as of now, the Africa still have the international laws to adhere with, and that will help to open up certain agreements. If you got the power line and everything else, somebody has to write these documents and adhere to international law until we become one Africa and have a one flat ways of putting your application and everybody understand where you're coming from. But for now, I think people need to we need to write. Africans, we're not writing anything that's been given to us or dumped on us. We don't have that power to really counter it effectively. So these are the things that hinder us from advancing more, because the skill, the writing skill, and the right information to be heard is not in paper. So we need to work on that a lot. And it can be in any language. I mean, it's just a power of counter and as well negotiating tools. It's very important. That's one of the things on the side of the intellect to make these things very possible. If you're sharing electricity, if you're sharing water, you're sharing all these natural resources that are within Africa. For Africans, there's a lot of paperwork that need to fly. It doesn't have to take months and months and years. It's just make sure that everybody understand that template, and that's how we're gonna be going through it, and it's understood.
Yeah, 100%. Because I think I have a friend. He's actually a Kakuna, but he understands the movement. So he moved to Malawi and he set up a solar technology company that helps women, especially in villages and other more sort of economically deprived areas, to get into the technology. So he trains women to actually build solar panels for people all over the country. Now, what he did mention is that in Malawi, I have to confirm this again. This is from his own mouth, but he said that in Malawi, it's difficult for you to sell the electricity into the grid. So these are the kinds of issues that we have to resolve, because why should it be difficult for someone to put their excess energy into the grid and help the people have constant power? You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. That needs to be very, very strict.
I have an answer for you. This is not just a Malawi issue. This issue was in the United States. Okay, it was a big issue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because the power company now you're selling, they're making money out of you. Now you're selling back the power to them. They don't want to see that. Okay, this was a backward thinking. Okay, because a lot of people, there was a kind of a movement to have solar power, and the government give you a tax break whenever you got a solar power. And when you have a solar power, definitely the excess has to go back to the grid because your meters start going backward. Okay. If you manage to really turn that thing around for a month, you're using the line just in case your grid goes down. But at the same time, when it goes backward, they start charging the electrical company. So a lot of cities, I mean, a lot of counties, not only just a state, but by county, they didn't allow you to sell the electricity back to the grid. But now, since there's a lot of things that's been deregulated, now they're supposed to really pay you for the power that you're generating, and they'll take minus whatever the line that you're using, because that's their line that comes to your house. So they'll discount all that for your service fee, whatever, but you get money back. You get some money back in certain areas like Arizona and everything. It got very sunny and 365 days, and at the same time, that rule now became okay in the US. So I understand in Mali, they're saying, hey, you're selling me electricity using my line. It's kind of backward thinking. You see, it's giving you back electricity, and that electricity, you're still using it to sell it to somebody else. So the link of producing electricity, you really don't care where it comes from because it's going to your grid. But they become like personal about it. You see, the electrical company become personal. Listen, hey, you're taking something away from me, but actually you're providing them.
They don't get it.
They don't get it. And I'm just telling you, until recent years in US, to make that sense, it was the hardest, because all that credit for your solar panel was discontinued for a long time. So when the regulation came in, then everybody's competing to get that electricity. They don't care how you bring it, because they receive it and they're gonna sell it back.
Yeah, that's the thing, especially during high tariff regions.
Exactly. So until they understand, the mechanism, you getting electricity that you cannot harvest, and you're short in your grid, instead of accepting that electricity in excess that's coming into your grid and where you're selling it back, it's like, nope, I don't want you. I'm on my own. That's my grid. That's my power. So the government of Mali, or the government itself, has to regulate this to make the power company to accept any power generating source into the grid, because the government wants to have a continuity.
Yes.
And if you got shortage, of electricity, then guess what? You're short on your continuity.
Yeah, 100%.
So these are the understanding. Oh, he's using my line to sell electricity. He's using my line. You know what I mean?
It's just low-level thinking.
Exactly. Like a lot of deregulation that you have to do when it comes to telecoms, to power grids and all that. It has to be understand, especially the power. You have to understand it's an energy that you are short on all the time. Even US, they got shortages. They have to. The good thing about US is that as big as it is, they have the east side grid and they got the west side grid. And in fact, they got in trouble at one time in Texas, in Dallas. They lost power for a month. For a month in Texas, Dallas, because
You serious?
Because of their grid. And then when they start looking for the CEO, he was somewhere in Europe traveling, having a good time.
So again, brother, this is something I'm going to have to speak to you again in the back chat because one, I don't want to bring this too much up, but I discovered a way to integrate thermoelectric, so heat to electricity technology, with solar technology to make it more efficient. I even wrote up research paper recently, got accepted into advanced materials. So that's 0.001% of all research papers. The issue is I was a little bit too lazy to set up a company in there, but look, I have brothers like you and Mika. This is all the kind of stuff that I needed. I mean, yeah, this is incredible because like even that friend of mine, the Kakuna guy who went to Malawi, he did mention that, like, why are they afraid of extra power to give the country constant power? It makes no sense to me.
No, you're using my line. That's the mentality.
Wow.
This is my line. You know, I'm selling you that. Now you're selling it back to me. You know, that's the attitude. They don't. He's giving you back a power that you don't have before.
Yeah, you can go and sell that power even more higher level because you're not going to buy it at the same rate as a retail rate. You're going to buy it at a wholesale rate. I just don't get the logic.
I mean, even like I said, it was a problem in the US because of this mentality. Because the guy that's providing you power, he's maintaining his own equipment. He's not asking you to maintain it, but to pay for the electricity that's been provided to the grid. Simple as that.
Yeah, you know, but this shows that there's so much potential in Africa, like with all our people across the whole world, in the Caribbean islands, in African American, Brazil, obviously in the mainland continent as well, Madagascar, Kenya, Ethiopia, Nigeria. I honestly believe that our generation, by generation, I don't mean the technical generation of 25 years. I mean like one lifetime. So let's say 70 years. I mean, I know I'm redefining words, but let's just say within the next 70 years, I don't see Africa being at the last pace. I just don't see it. We have the youngest population. And right now with the Kakuna countries, they don't have enough young people being reborn. So they won't even be able to work with online businesses and companies. Are people going to be employed across the whole world? And, you know, I honestly just, as long as we're organized, because I think one key thing I keep seeing from everything you said is organization. As long as we're organized, there's no way we can't feed, protect, and enrich our people. Do you agree?
I agree. I agree. And these are the things that connect us, you see. These are the things that connect all Africans because we work for the interest of Africans. Africans are working for Africans. And anything that is beside this absurd information of selling your electricity on the grid, other than that, this grid, as it gets interconnected, faster than the highways, okay? Because you put poles, one pole to the other pole to the other pole, okay? A lot faster than building a whole road around it, okay? So once we get that and we are continuously served with the necessary electricity, the fact that you creating jobs along the way and people start communicating with the next neighbor, and that connection right there, there's a talk, there's a conversation that's behind the scene between those countries. And that fact, it creates more jobs. You create more experts in the field. There are brilliant mind out there that's even can blow this out of proportion, making it better than any other part of the countries, because we didn't invest on our youth in order to explore that domain. Okay, and that interconnection on any aspect, you can go from the water source. Like Ethiopia has like a lot of water source, okay? And we can share that with other countries. Just a pipeline, right? Just like a pipeline. And everybody can really contribute into the distribution. When you have a drought, you can shift things. The US has the same thing. But they don't have as powerful water source like we do in Africa. We have a lot, but we need to know how to share it, how to help one another. And that connection itself, it creates the job, it creates the mindset, African for Africans. And that, my brother, is the most power that we can empower our youth to really guide them into the necessary part of expertise to vest in it or to vet them in.
Yeah, no, honestly, yeah, that makes so much sense. If we can finally be one step ahead of the Kakunas, because unfortunately our leaders are always trying to play catch up. But if you can be ahead, solve the problems of the future, power, constant power, get the tech, skills like, programming, even robotics. Again, right now we have microelectronics shipping companies. So if you can get ahead of all these things, we provide our youth with jobs, constant way to provide for their families. Of course, we can then take the taxes and then feed the poor as well. Make sure that everybody, nobody has ever to sleep hungry. Again, Africa is a changed nation. And I see it. It's not even like I'm just wishful thinking. I literally can see it in my mind that Africa in the next 70 years is not going to be anything close to where it is relative to the world. Again, relative to the world, meaning we're going to be up there. It's not just like we improved, but the world has gone ahead of us. No. Relative to the world, I see Africa as not being anywhere close to where it is right now. Nowhere.
No, absolutely. And I can see Sanity was commenting saying a lot of the things that really she put greed in monopoly. Okay. And this is one of the things that we need to review when it comes to investment in Africa. And as well, who's the one that's monopolizing certain things and deregulate some of this stuff will create more jobs, instead of somebody just hogging on one technology. Every technology that's out there, it has some sort of greed or monopoly into it, and that's why certain things that are not open, to the public, because I don't know if you recall in the 70s, 80s, if you know something and you got to close people that you work with, and the rest, you don't share that information. But later on, they found out that by sharing the information, there were other brilliant people that came in, improve the mind of monopoly networking, because it did improve it by being open, and being open and networking became the way of life now. So we are networking because that barrier was crushed of the monopoly and all that. And US really did also some magnificent changes into monopolizing and breaking companies apart for antitrust laws, and that antitrust laws really made it efficient for other to participate in that domain of competition. So that same thing, thank you, Sanu, for that point out grid and monopoly. This is how you work on the antitrust laws, where is it going to hurt the consumer because of the monopoly, because that's why we create the competition in order to have equal serving or better service uh, in any business domain. So the greed, yes, is there. You can be greedy all you want, but the monopoly, I'll fight you. Uh, you have to see that they're shutting down competitive. Then you're going to create that antitrust law and slam them back down and say, hey, you got to break out. This is the one that's really putting this monopoly, and have the law again. Like I said, we need some young that's going to be really into this laws of technologies and push them into understanding it, like any other international companies that litigate and mitigate things locally. Because even the litigation right now becomes one-sided, because most of the things are pretty much owned by government in certain areas, and now that's what you call monopoly within the government, and you have to break that up and say, listen, we need competition, and you charging me whatever that you feel, and I'm not getting the service. So these are the things that we can throw back the antitrust laws against the government, because government has no business to run the people's business. The government is supposed to govern this is the understanding that we have to put through the leadership in Africa, that you're a government to govern, but not to own businesses. You have no business to run businesses. And in fact, if you're a government, you're elected by the people, and you're supposed to be working for the people, not just by hogging and monopolizing key infrastructures and not giving the opportunity to your people.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, I see all these things changing in time, and I see obviously groups like us lobbying for and against some of these things, and I don't think that we're going to be in the same position anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think power is growing.
Yeah, that's what I see coming, and a great example that I try to get into the Ethiopian telecom. Like I said, I've been in this business for over 30 years. And the minute I just showed something, people just run with the idea. Listen, it's my vision, it's my thinking, my design. I'm the one that sees the end of the power of this. You snatch that idea, run it, and then shut down the opportunity for others that can come in. So it was a very big surprise when Dr. Ivy said, hey, we need some healthy competition in here. So he opened up, to have another telecom system. And this is what all the countries nationwide in the continent that's supposed to do that. So by the way, when I say nationwide in Africa, I mean one Africa. I always I want to change our way of talking. Uh, when I say our nation, it's the whole continent. Okay, do not look at it just on one nation. So get used to it. If I don't start changing that narrative, who will? So when I say my nation is African.
Right.
So let's have that attitude. My nation, okay, your nation is African. So we start with that, and we're all gonna line up on things that needs for our nation. Remember that change. Today is what? Today actually is a good day to remember. It's Valentine's Day. So for all the ladies out there, happy Valentine's. For men's, happy Valentine's Day. But it's another marketing scheme, but it's okay as long as it goes for the day for the couples. I'm pro for that. Always take care of each other. But again, today is Valentine's Day 2022. So my nation, when anybody on this podium or panel, when let's talk about my nation, one Africa, let's have that practice. Your nation is Africa. And we practice that, that becomes the main thing, that when an African talk, my nation is going to specifically say African nation. Just something to throw out there, something good and feel good about being one African, being subconsciously borderless, and at the same time, our mind should expand throughout the whole Africa. Technology, science, education, all that. When you think about my nation, it can be any part of Africa. So when we got that attitude and that mind, now start learning from every other side that it can do best by obtaining that. Like the solar panel, like I was saying, we are able to fabricate those panels in Africa. And there are steps that you're going to do, and there are things that you can do. And the cover for the solar panel, the actual, within the panel, or the collectors, all that, we can do that. And start manufacturing our own. That's another thing to really look into. Something you can understand that.
Yeah, and then make ourselves power competent. The moment we're power competent, we don't need anyone for power. We can then just be focusing on refining our resources and then selling them with the added value context to the resources. There's no need for us to be selling cobalt. We can sell a silicon, silicide carbide semiconductor to them that's going to help them for their computing programs. We can sell them added value products.
Added value. Absolutely. And I can see that our opportunities is growing. Now it's just seizing the moment on what is something that gets Africa out of this hole. This is something intellectual discussion, and as well what you can do on the ground to make it easy. Because again, like you said, Mali has a problem about setting on the grid, you know what I mean? Malawi. So can they build the solar panel? They can export it somewhere else, you know? Because I don't see these kind of things has to be mitigated and show the risk. But what do you not promoting?
It's crazy how much low-hanging fruit is. So the restaurant I'm gonna. So right now I've started online. I'm making a profit of $20 a day, just on selling literally 1.5 piece of chickens. The profit is $20. It's crazy. That's all I'm selling, and from my own house, as in my own, the place where I stay. I sell it on Uber. I don't want to give too much away, but the point is, right now I'm looking for a physical location. What I notice is a low-hanging fruit in so many African sectors. One is KFC, KFC, Popeye chicken, etc., right? There's a low-hanging fruit because people don't know the recipe that can make that crunchy, battered chicken. They just don't. So when I come in and I start selling this, obviously with the Western mindset, a lot of the people are buying it. So I'm selling it at a cheaper price than KFC, but still the same flavor and quality. So that's how I got the idea to just start it up, because I was making $20 every day for 30 minutes worth of work. Right. So I was like, why not just go ahead with it and just set up a chain restaurant? It's going to take time. I need to get registered, but I've started already. And I just thought it's so, like when you mentioned that earlier about low hanging fruit, there's just so much low hanging fruit in Africa right now that there's no reason why we can't take it. Yeah.
That's why I said, instead of getting on the heavy duty on the political side and everything else, just get on this low hanging fruit. That's what I always point out. Any dream, anything that I can possibly help out one young African, how to do something. That for me, he's gonna be my what do you call that? Replication. He's gonna replicate that and help one another. Just very simple task like you added, and the more you put that, and the brighter they become. They will have a better idea how to do it even better than you, which I'm pro for that. I want them to really grow whatever the businesses that they have and improve the standard of living and help others in the same chain. If I help you, you got to help another one. Just bring another one along with it. And what you have now on this chicken, you can share it into different part of Africa and how to really grow this chain. The idea, you're probably going to get somebody that's going to fund the whole process and how to replicate this throughout Africa because we need it. If you don't see it, if you don't show it, they wouldn't know it. And our experience, for those chicken that being sold out there, now the farm will be growing also into getting more chicken because you need a chicken to make fried chicken.
Exactly, and it gets even crazier. I discovered a really good recipe for a ovenless pizza. So that also again changes the whole model because right in Kenya there's literally just two main pizza companies, Pizza Inn and I forgot the name of the other ones. And again, they don't taste good. Like I can make 20 times better pizza than them from a pan, not even an oven.
Right.
So once I share these secrets with people, build up the restaurant and everything, I'm going to reduce the prices of pizzas. So it's going to actually make people buy it. For example, I can sell the same pizza for like $3 less than the other big companies. That's a big bet for someone's money. So
you're the competition right there.
Exactly. Because I don't know why KFC is selling one piece of chicken by piece. You know what I mean? Like either the leg, or it's the thigh and the leg cut in two. So the thigh and the leg, and they're selling it for like $3. It makes, again, they don't have competition. That's why it's so expensive in Africa. I launched
the patent that.
Exactly. When I launched this idea for the restaurant, I found a small, kibanda. Kibanda it means basically like a makeshift building, right? And I was making profit of that $20 a day from 30 minutes of worth of work. And I noticed that the people want to eat this product, but they can't afford to pay like $3 for one piece of chicken in KFC. It just makes no sense. So that's why then I just said, you know what? Let me just go and buy all the equipment, and then just find a place to rent and just set up a whole chain. Because why not? I mean, I help serve the people, I give them jobs, and then I'm gonna do it like a little bit like a affiliate program. So what I'll do is I'll be providing these people with the recipe, and I'll show them how to make the chicken. So I'll make the recipe myself. I'll be selling the recipe, in powdered bags, and then I'll show them how to make it. And then they basically can be doing it from their own houses. And then that means we can do the deliveries from all over the country. And then I get my 10% or whatever percent is from obviously providing the ingredients. And there's just so much low-hanging fruit. Like when you mentioned that word, I just there's so much of it.
That's my whole focus about this One Africa is getting into those low-hanging fruits. There's so many things that we can do without any political involvement or anything else. Just making sure that the people are improving their life. And when you need something and you once you have it, and as we human, we want more. We want to see more. We want to, and that develops also a system where people in the community start trusting each other and trading those skills among themselves. And you'll see one small city just booming into a different level. And as we teach these very simple things, They can go online. You tell them you go online and you can find this, this, this. No, it has to be African. You know, it has to be us. Within us, we can find more. And the one that is talent is Africa. Is a young sponge. You know, we are like a sponge. We see something, we grasp that thing, we open with no other countries because there's a lot to do, a lot to do. And when I see all these major companies going to Africa, I'm like, wait a minute, you know what happened to Africa? We got the chicken, we got the lamb, we got the beef, we got everything. Of course, different within the culture, you got different ways of utilizing it, but they come in to show you a different recipe and they're making $3 out of a chicken leg.
It makes no sense. Like even Popeyes is quite expensive. So one thing I did notice is in let's say Kenya and Ethiopia, the same thing as also is that they sell more money because they know that they are the best competition. Because obviously it's expensive to try out the different recipes and get it perfect. I've had my whole youth to try these recipes, so I know how to get them working. But the thing here is $3 for a piece of chicken. No, I'm selling it for $1.50. The same,
Yep.
and again, I'm still making profit myself. So people are definitely buying. So yeah, so many low-hanging fruits. If we can be organized, we can solve so many problems.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. This is something that we keep promoting every day that I'm here. I promote to those things and teach African brothers. And in fact, another low-hanging fruit is really how to sponsor another brilliant African out there. And that's where the triangle comes also to sponsor one young African, show him how to get something done, and he can run with that. He's trained, he's got a coach, he's got somebody that he can call, he can depend on, and his job is once he received his training and ability of improving his life, he has to recruit another guy, the same way that he's got the benefit. It's very basically sharing the wealth. And everybody else will be able to replicate the same thing. And now you're improving the life of an African. And he's going to be more demanding on different things. Once he masters that, he wants more. And the other that he trained, he wants more. So together and working in a network environment, in the own collective network, they can improve the life through their community. Hi, Mika.
Hey, okay. Hey, guys. You guys have been doing an amazing work here. I have some updates, by the way, about the issue we're talking about, the Burundi and the kids. So I went through all the video as I was out, and I actually didn't see anywhere where just like the title it says, like 4 kids for sale. But one thing that I saw, I think a lot of people they saw it. It's this one family that has they have 8 different kids, and of course some of them they're 18, 15 or something like that. It's one of the family that I think we can focus on for especially for those younger kids who can still have an opportunity to to get to school. So I spoke to my 2 friends who are living there. They're actually couple. We lived together in South Korea for all those 9 years. They were living in Uganda, but likely just a couple of months ago they moved to Burundi, and the wife is Burundian and the guy is from Congo. And so they are they were asking how many kids we're looking forward to to support, to sponsor, and they will do everything they can to reach out to that family as soon as possible, to talk to the family, and then to give us feedback as well about everything. So that's pretty much what has happened right now as I was out having dinner.
Mika, are you the Flash or the African Flash? Like,
man, like today, I mean, you guys, you touch me a lot, because I've seen, like, it's just a little proof how much we can do, when we are together and thinking about these kids who are the future. And we always talk about this, man. Giving them education is like giving them the better solution than any other thing you can give it to them. So, and seeing the heart of other people who are willing to support, to contribute, I think it's an amazing opportunity. So yeah, this, I think it will go to, you, Dr. K. You let me know like how many kids, and some details as well to that, and then we can work out something. We can definitely get enough money to support these kids. And I know there's a lot of them out there, but we can start small like that.
Yeah, I'll definitely look. I'll let you know the logistics, how many extra kids we can support, and then we can work it out. Because to be honest, I don't get touched so often, but when I saw that video, I don't know, something, you can hear it in my voice, right? It's
exactly
something. Just I was like, no, this is not something.
I feel like you're a different human being, because I still remember our first conversation.
Oh, okay. That one I'll explain in a private chat. I'll explain. I had to make sure that this channel is the real deal. That's why. That was not. Don't worry. That was a different person.
That's why some people, they might be saying that, who is Dr. K? But if I remind them that this is Polly, I remember the first name was Polly something, but
K Polyman.
Yeah, Polyman, K Polyman. but yeah, since you have my number already, we can go to to those logistics. And I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, we can go to those logistics. And for me, I'm still in touch with these guys. They are very close people of mine. And I don't know why I didn't think about that, because I was thinking they're in Uganda. But this case, it's close. And one thing that they say this is one region. It's not even Bujumbura, but it's somewhere. And I watched the whole video. Honestly, I really hate this video. Yes, they bring some stuff, but when you watch them and then you see all the details, you just get really mad. And that's what we are dealing with sometimes. But we need to change, that story, because when you look at that video and the comments, it's just the comments that they just pit people, right? Even the intro, it says that the most poorest country in the world, and people like also the most unhappiest people in the world. But it's not true. Like when you look at them, yes, they don't have something, they don't have food on the table, but these people are happy. These people are celebrating. These people are, because that's how Africans we are. Sometimes we don't have anything, but we have that joy in our hearts, right? So it's twisted narratives, and you can see the comments. A lot of comments are just pitiful comments, like, oh, I really wish I was a millionaire to do something. Oh, these kids. Oh, I should be grateful with the food I have. Oh, this and this. It's like, you look at that and you're like, so what's the point of making something like this if this is what you get? So no,
100%. I mean, that's one of the reasons that made me just sort of say, you know what, UK, you give me a good salary every month, but I have to give that up to go and be on the continent to see how things really work here. Because at the end of the day, everyone can contribute from wherever they are, of course, but I have some connections here. So why am I not on the ground actually providing the opportunities for people? Because like you said about the video, it just, there's a sadness, there's a state of sadness it gives you. It just makes you feel like, why can't we be doing more? Because again, like, if the guy really wanted to help, he would put up the corner details to take the money, not just money, accountability as well. So we enroll the kids into a school program. We make sure that they have food every night, and we make sure that it's constant every day. Because the issue is, of course, we can't really give the woman the money either, because maybe she doesn't understand finance as well. So what we could be doing is a program that we pay one shop to be able to provide them food every single day, and then we pay the school to take the kids on, because that's the kind of thinking we have to put here. Because if the woman is really willing to do that, it means that she has had such a deprived lifestyle that she doesn't even know, you know, she's been abused by capitalism, the nature, not having enough to feed her kids. So if we're going to do this, we need to pay find a small shop near the house, pay them every day to buy the food for their family, then pay for the education of the kids, then obviously give her small money for any other thing that she needs from the house. That's the way that we can really change the lives of those kids.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. This is beautiful. So I'm going to keep talking to these people and to them, and we're going to arrange that meeting as well to talk about it. And yeah, and then we'll carry on from there. All right. I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, Mika. Sorry. I guess he's got another thing. It is so funny that yesterday on not only WhatsApp, but during our meeting with Ridge, right? And now what happened was it came in really flawlessly.
I'm already
and I did put it on our WhatsApp messaging. And this is what I said, you know, people comes with a lot of problems that's out there, and none comes with the solution. And it keeps repeating itself over and over, complain, problem. But nobody comes with solution. Very few people comes with solution. This is what I said yesterday. And I typed it. I said, you see it, witness it, live it, make sure you're accountable for it, because you saw it, and you saw this video, so you brought it up. And we're looking for solution. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see it, hear it, witness it, anything that's going to affect one Africa, and it violates our true meaning, that what we stand for, report it. And he did. So we should be the eye and the ears of Africa. And just a pure example, I just wrote it yesterday. And in fact, I told Ridge, and I said, listen, you see it, read about it, witnessed it, lived it, you're accountable if you don't do nothing about it. At least report it. And come with a solution.
Yeah. Oh, guys, first of all, I want to appreciate you guys so much. We're having another session right now. The Pastor Ezra, he's here. Yes, he's here already, and we have someone from Mali. We had him before, but we have him as well today. So Pastor Ezra will be having a conversation with him. You guys, you can join as well if you have that time. And you guys that are watching here, we're just gonna continue with another new live stream to talk about that, because this is the program that it was arranged for a while right now to have this conversation. And His Excellency is here as well. His Excellency, you want to say anything before I end this session?
Hi guys. I think now, because I'm on the phone and with you, and at the same time I'm on the stream. Sorry guys. I think we're gonna just start a new stream. Sorry about this to invade you guys and cut you short there. But from my side, I think I can't say anything much to what you guys have been talking about. I think some of the stuff will continue with the next stream about the Mali updates and stuff, because Yusuf agreed today. It's just he responded late. We were supposed to have this by this time, but he only responded now because he got held up somewhere. So yeah. So, but yeah, I can't add anything, guys. I'm sorry for now.
Oh, no worries. I was actually just calling you to talk about what you guys are gonna talk about, and you did that. So that's beautiful.
Oh yeah. It's
one thing that you missed, Ezra. One thing you missed.
Yeah.
Dr. K and I were talking about food.
You know, I was listening passively because I was trying to trying to reach Yusuf on the other side, and you know, it was really not easy because I was starting to panic, like, oh man, there goes something now. So I couldn't really. I saw at some point you guys were kept it going and going and going, and so, but I wasn't really fully paying attention. But I kind of heard bits and pieces.
Now you understand Dr. K make good chicken, good fried chicken.
Yeah, Dr. K is cooking.
Yeah, I'll send Mika over some of the pictures of the videos that we make. Like, people are loving it, and yeah. So, and you know what? Again, I know I'm privileged because I have connections. I wouldn't have been able to open it up, but just by myself. So I honestly just thank God that the fact that I have connections. Actually, one of my employees is the one that's given me like quite a lot of money to start this up, and that's the employee, right? Because that's a funny thing. Because what I made sure is, like I mentioned earlier, when I came on the first time on this platform, is if I'm going to employ someone, I'm going to pay them their worth. Whether I'm making as much money as them is irrelevant. Because if I want to make more money, I just have to work harder. But I'm going to give them a good wage. And I'm thankful for that, because now she's the one she's from Ethiopia. Her name is Ayantu. And she's the one actually paying for majority of the restaurant. So it's maybe this whole Love One Africa thing is a real thing. So like
it is real. It is real, man. It's also a network. That's where you get to network with other fellow brothers. You know, that's how you get things done. You network. The better if you've got a proper structure, we've got a proper network where whenever you want to do something, if you want to go to TZ Tanzania, you know that you've got Mika is one of your food soldiers that you can even communicate with. You know, there's
Mika. I have a question for Mika. So before I'm opening up my own place, I was working with these 3 Tanzanian brothers who actually have their own kibanda. You know, kibanda, it means like the mabati.
Yes.
You know what I mean, right? But they make such good money because the chips, they use good oil. They replace it every day. They even sell the old oil to the mama fish, you know, the woman who sells fish, right?
Yeah.
But the chips is so good. So when I introduced the chicken, everybody loved it. Now, these guys are from Tanzania. They told me, I don't know if I can believe them. They told me that land, you can even buy 1 acre land in some places in Tanzania for $200. Is that true, or is that exaggeration?
Oh, it's true, but that is.
I'm coming there.
But that is definitely gonna be like in the countryside somewhere.
Oh,
you know?
But it's true. It's possible.
Yeah, it's true. Like the land is very cheap in Tanzania. I wonder why I haven't bought it yet. But since you're coming, you know, we can talk about something.
Yeah, I'm coming. 100%. Even my stepdad
Tanzania to do that. So.
$200 and you can buy some land. I'm coming there. I don't, even if it's in the back roots of the underdeveloped village, I'm buying that land.
Yeah,
the awesome thing is if you really, our conversation is an opportunity and the availability of African minds that we can create jobs right there. You created a job. You created something right here while we're talking. You already created this, and the next move, because it's active. Really, this One Africa movement is active. It's working in its own mysterious way. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know. I'm gonna ask also people that putting in comment, like Marie Antoinette and everybody else, Nana, Sanity. Do you ever feel that you really telepathically communicating something and you see it instantly that's happening on this movement? You know, I mean, I've been doing some soul searching yesterday, meditating and all that, but I feel like we bringing people or attracting people, real people, people with concern on what we're trying to achieve on One Africa. There's so much work to do. That these few things that getting our young Africans being employed, give them another innovation, another way of thinking, it's already is in the making of One Africa. Do not underestimate what you're capable of doing, because you're able to do whatever you want under the sky. Believe me, and that really makes me proud to be here. And even Dr. K, you witnessing things as it's happening, and we're going to the right direction. And this not gonna stop. It's just it's catching fire. It's catching up. Whatever you do for this process, everything is appreciated, and I believe we're all in sync. It's an amazing way. An amazing way we are in sync. We really are looking, our mind, our thinking are lining up, and they're getting so focused that now we got to control our emotion on where we want it to happen and how it's going to happen. That the how, forget it. Just have the emotion. This is what I want to see, one Africa, and the rest will take its own precedence and its own. It's like a funnel going up and going to the most important spot of one Africa.
Can I ask everyone here a question? When I was young, I remember when I looked into sort of fixing Africa, I went through the Hotep region. I went through that. I went through, we need a nuclear weapon to defend ourselves. I went through all of the different strategies. How did we all arrive here? Like, what spiritual connection allowed all of us to reach the understanding? What's going on here? How did we all end up here?
We're on the fourth dimension. We're reaching the level where the third dimension thinking is going to go.
Right.
All the third dimension, they are in the 75, 70 and above. All the back way of doing, now the youth is taking over. And the youth has all this communication, all the things, and we're connecting. And basically, we all set an antenna. It's like a receive transmit antenna, internal, the spiritual, and we're all interconnected, and we're calling for the right cause. This is a calling of a right cause. We're very few. We're very few, and we are interconnecting, and we are moving this mountain. We are moving this mountain. All the obstacles they're gonna clear before you even know it. We still have a lot of work to do.
It's also because history is being written in real time. We a lot of times we heard things about what's happening to our people like months or years after it happened. I mean, look at me. I never know Patrice Lumumba got assassinated like that until I was 20 something. That happened a long time ago. But now history is written in real time. We're getting all the information in real time, so it's hitting us really hard. It's hitting us hard because that guy who posted that video of the child, he posted that, what, 2 days ago or 3 days ago?
9 days ago.
9 days ago. None of us would ever know anything about these things, and if information wasn't being, I mean, if history wasn't being written in real time. That's another reason. Another reason is that it's a matter of energy. Everything is energy, Virgil. You can't forget that. Every single thing is energy. You are energy. And the energy right now is back at the stage where Marcus Garvey was when he came here. So if you guys just read through his papers, read through his newspapers, you'll actually feel, you'll actually see. Like, you can actually realize that the same time that he was living in is the same time we're living in right now, where we're concerned about our people, and we're actively searching for solutions. We're not begging anybody anymore.
Yeah.
Like, remember, Garvey came here, he didn't beg anybody. He was actively looking for solutions because he realized that if he didn't do it right away, then it's like he would have to wait another 100 years again. And don't forget, when they deported Marcus Garvey said he will come back like the whirlwind, eh? Guys, don't forget that, eh? And he didn't mean come back physically, eh? He meant this energy that he had produced, or this energy that he captured when he was here, it's gonna come back again, back here again right now. That's why we are getting connected with each other. Because a lot of us, before we get connected with each other, we felt like we was alone in this. Like me myself felt like I was alone in this. But when I started seeing the problems in North America, I thought that I was coming up here to get a slice of the big apple, to live the American dream. Not dream up here, the line. Is just
they want to keep us in a permanent consumer base because that's how the system was built. So now we're waking up to all of these kind of things. And now we're realizing like there's more to life than just getting a 9-to-5 job, looking at your people suffering still. You might be making money, you might be a little bit happy, but the people still suffering, you know? Like your base is, you don't have a base if we don't build Africa. We're just out here as guests. So we're realizing all of these things now is a matter of energy, and it's also a matter that we are conscious now because the history is written in real time now. This is what's happening right before our eyes. And you could catch this time, like I always call it the train. We have to catch this train. If we can catch this train, then we can change, we can alter the future for our people. We can alter the realities. Like I'm not even talking in a fictional sense, but in a non-fictional sense. Like we can actually alter the reality for our people because we have information now. We know how to do things. If we don't know how to do something, we know where to find the information. It's not some information is still being hoarded, but the basic things that we need in order for us to know more information, those things are free. So we have that ability now, and that's why we're all connecting with each other. We're all like, what can I do about this? I'm sure all of you guys sit down almost every day and say, what can I do about this? Like right now, that low-hanging fruit. How can I get to that low-hanging fruit? And we have access to these low-hanging fruits now. We've been to their schools. We know how to survive in their society. We are some of the smartest people in their schools, even. We're some of the smartest people in their companies. And we're realizing that we're just being, our knowledge, our brains are being hoarded the same way that took 300 million Africans out of Africa during slavery. It's the same way they're holding our brains. They're having us doing their work instead of working for our own people. While our Africa fall, we're working to build up their countries. And we're proud of it too. they made us proud of it. So I think it's time now that we start to rethink these things and say to ourselves, how do I want to live this world? Instead of how do I survive here? We have to come out of survival mode now. We have more than enough to just survive. We can build, we can change our reality now. That's why we are all connected with each other like this.
You know, one thing that puts this that puts us together, we are real people. We are real people, and we are in this mission. We are being called for this, and you hear it, you act upon it, and physically we are existing. This is not a ghost talking, but our spirit is really talking to one another. You know, sometimes when as an example, when I go to sleep, before I shut everything down, you know, I think about Marie Antoinette, Dr. Tzedek, Mika, Ridge. You know, you always are within my thoughts. You know, I can see Sunny T, Nana Dream. You know, name it, a Pie. Everything that you guys are contributing and what you say is really registered through my soul. So when you ask how this thing came about, it's because it's a calling. We're very few, and we're growing. Okay, we're touching places that we never touched before. Look at what we come up, and we can talk about anything and having a feedback even on the comment, even though they don't come on the panel. Some of them comes on the panel, but at the same time, this is coming in stronger and stronger, and we are aligning to the thing that we want to do. And one thing that I want to advise all members, everybody that's had this calling, from now on, do not use the word "I'm confused." Do not use the word "I hate." I don't know what to do, because you know what? You got a family here. Whatever your problem is, you can call me. You can call Mika. You can call anybody. We'll find a solution for it. But never use those words, because in order to stay in this line, in this spiritual guide, we need to make sure all the negative thoughts, all the negative things that push you down, ask about it, and you'll get help because we're here.
Yeah.
We're here. We're real. We're real people. Remember, do not use the word I'm confused. I hate. These are the two things that knocks you off from this spiritual movement. Let's take the hatred.
Can you help Senator T buy land in TZ? So I'm actually on the way of making a website. So hopefully I'm going to talk to Mika and everyone in the panel about it. But I want to basically set up. So I don't want to. I already began making the website to help diasporans, regardless whether they were born recently in Africa or 400 separated years. It doesn't matter, to be able to come in, know where to rent the house. So we have connection. I have connections in Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, and Ghana, and now obviously Tanzania. So we can be able to help you find the safe, cheap places to rent, because there's no need for you to ruin your money. You can put that money into business. So then we can then kind of connect you, even if it's land. In Kenya, at least I have people who I know are trustworthy, including my cousins, for lawyers. Again, so what Senator T's question is, about Mika helping Senator T find ways to buy land, because yes, when I met those Maasais from Tanzania, they said that I didn't believe them. I told them, no way. But according to Mika, it's possible. So if less than $1,000, you can buy something. You can invest in that land. We can be strategic where we all buy in a similar region. There's just so much things to do. We can really build. Yeah.
Definitely. And Senator T, to that question, I'm going to find out more details about that, but definitely count me in. I mean, you have me here. So as Dr. K is saying here, man, we have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of, One Africa schools to build in the near future, hospitals to build in Africa. So we have a lot of things to do. So this is something that we can definitely, go ahead and do it. And Senator T, I will update you on that. The good news is, Pastor Ezra, we are sending kids to school, and that's a big of a deal, guys. Let's take a moment to appreciate that and to thank God for that. What has just happened? Yes, because we're trying to send these kids to school. All right, we're gonna do everything we can, man. I'm gonna have more conversation with Dr. K to know more of logistic, but also Dr. K, he turned on his camera. I remember the time you turn on and you show your skin, convincing us that you're black.
Is he real?
Again, it's black. And again, it's black.
I am Kisi, Luya, and Oromo. That's my tribes.
Wow. Yeah. You're a true African. That's one Africa right there.
And my dad is actually from my stepdad is actually from Tanzania also.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my dad is half Ethiopian, half Kenyan. My mom is Kenyan, and then my stepdad is Tanzanian. So I'm Pan-African.
Come on, man.
As you counted all these, what else is missing? If you're really going to check the rest of DNA, you probably are throughout the whole Africa.
Yeah.
He's a true African right here.
True African. You cannot be truer than this.
True African. And today I'm just so happy because after watching that video, as I share with you guys, that cry, that prayer, and I'm just so glad that even today doing this live stream, like I was today, because it's Ezra, he has an interview, to talk about Mali, and we already have Yusuf here. So I was like, I was not gonna do live today, but I was just sitting here in the room, and I mean, internet, it was not working at all. So I talked to the manager, and he brought internet in my room, like the manager of this.
How did you do that? Because like I said earlier, for me, my two favorite, the countries that I know most is Ethiopia and Kenya. I only came to Kenya just because the internet in Ethiopia is expensive. How did you manage to get someone to fix your internet? Like, what kind of powers are you using?
That's the power of One Africa. It's the power of One Africa. Because I came here as a representative of SNN and One Africa So they were like, why you didn't tell us from the day you got here? You know, because there's no internet in the room. The internet is just outside the doors. So when you're inside, it's not working. The manager said he was like, you know what? Right away, they brought internet in the room. He came here in the room, make sure that it's working. You know, he brought me the strawberry shake here.
Wow.
He brought me some, you know, some amazing cake here. He told me, tell me whatever you need. I'm gonna give it to you. So
did you try the Doro what yet?
I haven't tried yet.
You haven't tried
because I'm waiting from Kuru. Kuru he has Doro, so I'm waiting for that.
What about
adamant?
What about dried tips?
About Kuru's Doro?
Oh, I tried that.
Okay, the dry one, the dried tips is the best. Yeah, that one's so
exactly.
Good.
Yeah.
But what you have to try is next time find a Kenyan or Tanzanian or Ugandan restaurant, buy the chapatis from there, then eat the tips with chapati is the best.
Oh yeah. Exactly. Because in Jeddah, it kind of like look like chapati. You know.
Yeah, if you have chapati and tips, man, you're gonna be in heaven. Even shiro with chapati is nice.
Well, and I'm coming for your chicken very soon.
We'll be here.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'll let you go right now because we have another stream right now. It's gonna start right now. I've already said it. Updates on Mali. You know, Pastor Ezra will be there. I will share with you guys again the link in the comment section. You can go through that. It's a live stream. It will be very soon. And again, I want to appreciate you guys and everybody there. Soon we'll be coming with the updates about Burundi thing. I'll share more details about that, and I'll have more talks behind the scenes with you guys moving forward from this. And we'll be updating you guys every single step of the way and how you guys can actually participate to make this change. We're the one that are going to change these people, and I hope not any other race already reached out to these people already. I hope that they are, they're like that, so that we may take this on ourselves. Because if your neighbor is not at peace, man, you cannot be at peace. And if our neighbors they don't have education, we cannot, have education. We want everybody to be educated and everybody to enjoy this beautiful cake of Africa that God has given us. So I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. And I just share the link in the comments. That's the YouTube. The other YouTube, please go there. And I think it's gonna be live very soon. Ezra, you are ready to go right away, right?
Yeah, probably like 5 minutes after you guys went off, and then we will start, because I'm still talking to Yusuf on the other side as well.
All right.
He's getting ready. Yeah, but we will be going soon once you.
Okay.
We'll be going live soon. Once you guys okay.
Yeah, then this is what I can do. I'll just set it live as well. You guys can go and join there. Very soon. It's already live, and we'll stop this here.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Not only subscribe for those that didn't subscribe, but for all the members, everybody that's on this comment, make sure you don't forget to like. Don't forget
also,
to like.
Pastor Ezra, send me the email through about the crypto stuff. I'll definitely help put a few shine on that one.
Awesome.
Crypto.
Dr. K, you're saying what? Sorry about that. I was on
crypto.
When you have time, send me an email about the whole crypto and everything, because even Kenya right now is building its own digital currency. So I'm going to try to kind of reach out to some people, connections I have there. I have some connections with Babu. I'm not going to say anything more than that. Hopefully he wins so that, things go the right way. But yeah, the Kenya is now building a digital currency just like China. And of course, the conversation is, should it be blockchain? So yeah, that kind of conversation, I think, when you're ready, just send me an email.
And actually, that's a good opportunity for young Africans.
Okay. Okay.
This guy.
No, I'm got divided attention, you know.
I'm confused.
If I was a lady, it would have been a different story, you know.
Ezra, I mean, the chief told us not to use the word confused. All right.
Yep.
You're
Never
blessed.
Sorry about that.
Yep.
Now, it's okay. I'll send you an email. So you're saying that there's somebody who might be interested in coming, or what? Or you've got questions that we
want us to... I have some friends. I have some connections. I have a Microsoft engineer in Kenya. He's one of my business partners. He can come in. We can discuss about. We won't give too much details with what we're developing, but we can give details on general blockchain, how why blockchain is the future of Africa, ending corruption. Because, like I said before, if you want to end corruption in Africa, it's simple. You use a blockchain technology. Every money is traced. There's no way that someone can fudge the details, saying, "Oh, no," because it's all through and it's all in a public ledger for the government to see. So there's some low-hanging fruits that we seriously need to be taking. And if we, for example, what I noticed is when I have discussions about blockchain, people think blockchain is the same as crypto, as has been presented to us by the Kakunas, that it's decentralized. You don't have to decentralize it. You can centralize. You see, that's the issue, is the misunderstanding about blockchain. You can make the blockchain as the way that you want it. The main thing about blockchain is the security and the fact that you can trace everything. Everything else around it, like, centralization or decentralized, that's just a choice of the people making it. So I want to kind of give, clear understanding so that people understand the potential of this thing.
That would be awesome. That's
beautiful. Because even me, I joined recently, so that's awesome. I would love to know more. That's beautiful. All right, guys. Yes.
Now, we'll be open for that. I think we can discuss this tomorrow. I don't know, His Excellency, what time you might have some time that we can discuss.
Oh, definitely. The same time. I mean, the live stream, right?
Yeah. As long as it's out in the evening, same time for me. Evening, night is fine. Yeah.
From 9 p.m. the same time. Beautiful.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we on. Are we on for tomorrow? Do you think we'll be ready for tomorrow?
Oh, Your Excellency, you can continue, because tomorrow I'm going back. Leaving this where I am. Yeah, you can just continue.
Okay, no problem. Okay, then Dr. K, then we let's do it then tomorrow. You can speak to your colleague, and then then tomorrow we can then set up the stream, and then if he's available, he can come through, and 100%. Then let's have the conversation, and let's learn. For most of us who are still new into this, it'll be an interesting topic as well for myself to learn more about it. And I hope you won't bail us. You won't run away in the last
hour.
No. We keep his name confidential. We'll just use an internet name for.
Okay. For him, obviously,
most people are scared of using their names because of
especially
victimization and stuff.
100%, because of Microsoft as well. If he knows he's working with Google, this is Google's website. Things like that happen, but as long as you keep the name confidential, there's no affiliation, it's all good. And even for me, the same situation. These guys, also with Mika, again, keep the name confidential. I trust you, of course. But as long as those things are all good, I'm good. I'll be here, and I'll speak to my friend now. I'll text him right now after the show and ask him to be able to make some time. But honestly, blockchain has so much potential for Africa, because it solves so many of the low-hanging fruit problems like corruption. Corruption is such an easy problem. You make it so that it's so difficult for someone to be corrupt that they have no choice but to be honest. That's it. And the culture changes. It's easier than changing the culture. You see, to change a culture, that takes years and years of hard work. But if you just remove the carpet under their rugs, you force them to be honest.
Wow.
That's beautiful. Man, we're making some changes. And Rich, I will have a conversation with you too as well, my brother, when it comes to our kids from Burundi, and how we can actually reach and Ezra as well, how we can deal with everything of raising some money for them as well. But these are our brothers and sisters from there, so I'm so glad, and I'm really happy, guys. I'm really happy today. Like, I think we have achieved something really huge, and glory to God, and thanks to everybody who is participating. on this. This is how we make change, and one step at a time. And yeah, we just thank God for this moment. All right, guys. Go please join the other stream. For me here, I will just end up with the quick word of prayer, and then the new stream has already started. Actually, it's already live out there.
Let's pray for Marie Antoinette.
Oh yeah.
Sadaka, Kaku, and Kuku.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Okay. I mean, His Excellency, you go ahead.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for this night. Thank you for our brothers and sisters that have joined us tonight. We pray for those who are sick. We pray that they may be healed. We speak speedy recovery over their lives. And we pray that they will join us in good health. And we pray for all of us as we go into different places. May you protect us until we meet again. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
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 All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah. I will see you guys then.
Thank you, Mika. I appreciate that for your hard work and your presence. We love you. Xavier may be with you all the time and covers you.
Amen. Amen. Xavier may be with you too. The Chief.
Again.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Yeah. All right, guys, go right now. Go to the other stream. It's already live. All right, subscribe, share, and do all the stuff. Please go there. Let me share this link again here for you guys to go and to join. We are live here in this link. So join this link right now before I cut it out. Join this link right now and move to the other live stream. All right, guys. I'll see you later. I love you. Bye-bye.